Over the next 10 years, I got one big goal: make $10 million. Well, that's not too big of a goal, but to make it harder, we're going to start with $10, and here's the real hard part. That time has to stay on 10 times speed. Let's see if we can get it done. Well, hello and welcome in, everybody. We're going to be doing this challenge here at 10 times speed with $10 to our name, trying to make $10 million. Y'all know the gist of it because I made a little intro thing there. Well, this is episode 1, and we're sitting at 0 times speed right now. Let's crank that up. Here we go. I shouldn't be going below, holy cow, almost got hit. I shouldn't be going below 10 times speed any longer. Now there is a collectible here. Oh my gosh, should I take that? I think it's a collectible. Yeah, there it goes. It says R collect. I'm not gonna take it. No, let's not take it. Let's just jump in, try to find this job, get going. We're wasting some time here. Holy cow, I guess I could drive this thing? No way. That is so cool. Oops, I accidentally hit tab and I got no way out of that because I have no vehicles. That was a very bad idea. How do I get out of here? Let's jump over here real quick. Nah, but what we really need to do is find some jobs out there. I meant to hit this escape button, come in here, do the contracts. Now we got some wood transport jobs out there, dead wood jobs. Let's just go ahead and jump into the hard stuff here with some wood transport. Over there at Farmland 15, we got to pick some stuff up and then do a little delivery. And harvest job just popped in. I think we're going to do that one too, but first let's get some cash coming in. Rolling up to the logs now, and I do have one rule with using auto load. That rule is I must have a way of loading myself, and then I will utilize auto load. Yes, that's going to make it a little easier, especially with contracts like this and a race against the time. Now, here's the part that's not going to make it easy, is the fact that I really don't know how to use this auto load. What is it, Shift R, I guess? Oh, okay, there it goes. Well, I guess it just took one, so I guess I'm on the trailer part. I didn't mean to be on the trailer part. Let's switch back over to the actual vehicle, then we'll hit Shift R. Hey, there it goes. That's actually working a lot better than I thought it would. Holy cow. Now, I don't think it's all going to fit on here. That's going to be very, very unfortunate. Did get strapped down there, really looking kind of top heavy. Now, we'll jump back over to that trailer, hit Shift R, let it go, go, go. This is definitely a lot faster than what I would do with the crane, so I do feel a little bad. And holy cow, I guess it will all fit on here. I will take that one trip and we are done. Let's see if we flip over on that one trip though. And oh man, I can't back this trailer up. My bad. Didn't realize it was one of those trailers. Now here's the part I'm gonna have a hard time with on this map, finding my way around it. This is not the usual Silver Run map. This one is a lot different in some ways. Well, it's amazing. Let's put it that way. This is the AgroForests map, if y'all did not know. Check it out. It is top tier. Get on it, fly around. Oh my gosh. The upgrades that was done to this map is absolutely beautiful. A chef's kiss. Maybe a little hard to tell, but normally I would be able to stay along the riverbank there and drive straight over to this location. I believe this is the paper factory. I don't know, maybe they changed around the production that's actually there, but that is the location where the paper factory is on Silver Run Forest. So yeah, a little bit of a different route I got to take here. All good. It's right down there, and we can kind of see the river and drop-offs and no cross through. Well, I don't know, maybe I could have drove through that. But yeah, normally there's cross through right there through the river. I'm not 100% sure how I'm supposed to do this. And oh my gosh, are we going to hit that building? Oh snap, we did hit that building. That's not good. That's not good at all. I think I go in there and just kind of like sell it off possibly. And man, how do I get those 3 off the top right there? Because those are the ones proven to be a little bit of an issue. Let's just go ahead and do a little unload left right there. Yes, it's showing up. Let's hit Shift I to unload. Oh, wrong thing. I unloaded them all. Holy cow. Okay, so it's going to... Oh, stop. I was about to say it's going to load up the front to the back for some reason. I don't know why it was doing that, but I needed it to stop so it didn't accidentally get too tall. So we'll go in with what we got here. This is not all of it. Oh man, it's a little bit too tall. This is not looking good, and I can't back this up. There's a mod out there, I guess, for making that axle stiff where it can't twist or anything like that. But hey, looky there. That kind of worked. Let's get it all unstrapped though and get it sold off. I think this is where it needs to go. Hopefully I'm right. Is this the button? Yes, it is. Wood transport it. Wood finish. What? There's something sitting back there on the ground. What are you talking about? How's that finished? That's weird. I'm trying to drive over here to see if there's anything left on the ground, but there's nothing there. So I guess the contract is actually finished. So let's go ahead and complete that. We're going to have some money in our bank. $11,202. Well, whatever, plus some. Holy cow, $11,842. Where in the world did all that extra come from? Oh, well, I will take it. Let's see other contracts out there real quick. Quite a bit of Deadwoods ones. Don't want to waste my time there. Fertilizer one, that's actually looking really, really good. I like that price right there. Plus, it gives us the fertilizer. And then on top of that, oh man, that's a big old harvest job. Let's get that. I don't know if we could finish it in time. That's going to be the issue with the 10 times speed thing. Now, if y'all didn't know, I am having the stuff delivered to the actual fields, so I'm not wasting my time driving from the store. Maybe that makes it a little bit easier. Well, obviously it makes it a lot bit easier, because imagine trying to drive that harvester from the store. That's going to take a while. So we will borrow these items. They're just going to be delivered to the field right next to 28 here, and we'll get this job started. Now, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have a worker do it. While the worker's doing that, I'm going to get onto another contract. The more the merrier, right? Let's see how much money we can get up to in this first episode. Apparently, I wasn't paying too close attention because the next contract I want to do is actually in this field right here. Let me get the semi moved out of the way. There's a little spraying job over here. I'll probably do that one myself, maybe. Man, this thing is a freaking beast of equipment right here. I walked up to it. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing's huge. Just want to double check something real quick. We should be on actual hard economy. That's what I want to play on. I like to play on, get a little bit slower of a progress. And yes, it does say economic difficulty is on hard. So we will leave it there. Here's some other settings in there. I always like to turn the dirt up, and I always like to turn the fuel usage up, make it a little bit harder on myself. I do not like to let the AI buy this stuff. No, that's going to cost a lot of money. Now, as far as mods, I think you definitely need for this series is going to be this loan system mod, loan enhancement mod. Because you come in and you're not able to take out a loan. The only loan you can take out with this loan system is the amount of capital you have, basically. So what you own is your collateral, and you own nothing at the start. But if you come in as a base game, you can just automatically take out a bunch of money, I think. I thought you could. I don't know. Maybe you can't. Well, I said I was going to do this one myself. Changed my mind. Let's let a worker do it while we find another job out there. There is a big field right next to this one that looks like it's ready to harvest, and I think I saw it on this list of contracts. Right here, farmland 29, that is actually next to us. It's kind of hard to tell because it's showing a lot of the city. Let's go ahead and get that one accepted and going. I could just wait till we're done with the actual contract we're on right now, but we got to race against the time. I don't want to do much work into nighttime, so we're going to lose out on quite a bit of time we have available. Off to the right here is the field we already started up harvesting. We're over here on this one now, and I kind of want to avoid running these contracts too late because at midnight the contracts will say failed or something like that. I don't think you're allowed to run them into the next day or next month. And we got rain up on the forecast, so that's going to probably be an issue with these harvesting jobs or just jobs in general. We'll see what happens, which ones stop, which ones don't stop. And it looks like we got an AI worker G has a full tank, so I have to run that part myself. Now there is going to be a way for me to miss that part where I don't have to run that. I could use the course play to automatically run this stuff, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to at least do something over here. Now, why these 3 fields, 2 harvesting jobs, 1 fertilizer job? While they go away, you know, I'm gonna cut through the field. Time is money, especially with a series like this. But while these go away, I'm gonna pick up another job, probably a wood transport one. That's not exactly one I can get a worker for. I have to do that part myself. Well, you know, if I really wanted to, I could hire a worker to drive up there and drive back, but I think I could do some of this stuff myself. Some of it. I am absolutely hating this semi-truck choice right here. It is struggling very bad out here. Maybe I shouldn't drive it on the field, so I'm going to park it up off the field and move the harvester to the actual trailer instead of the other way around. Now, the other semi we got for the other field to the right here, that's actually looking pretty good, and I think this is the same stuff. No, it looks a little different. Hold on, let's see what it is. Over here, it looks like we got some oats, and then I'm assuming over here we got some wheat. Yes, it is wheat, so can't quite share that. The thing is, I like this semi. I hate this semi-trailer. I hate this semi, and I like this semi-trailer. They just couldn't give me a perfect combo, could they? Pulling up for another log transporting job, and I learned my lesson last time. Let's not go above those bars. Well, let's not go above those bars whenever I'm delivering to that last place I delivered to. What is the name of that place? It is actually the paper factory, so this job does want me to go there as well. So let's go ahead and load them up, head that way. Just make sure I don't get them too tall. This fertilizing job is all done. We got 1,822 liters of fertilizer left over. I guess if I really want to make some money, we could sell it. Don't know where I could sell it off at, and I'm not going to worry about that. That seems just a little too cheaty, maybe. Oh, let's just go ahead and return this. There are a couple more jobs out there for fertilizing. We got 41 and 42 here, both pretty decent money, and they're right next to each other. I just don't know if we have enough fertilizer to complete both those. Good possibility we do, but I don't really want to worry about it. It's starting to get a little late in the day too for me to be accepting new contracts. So let's go ahead and collect this. I mean, I think we got some time, but I'm going to play it safe. I really don't want to accept anything after like 6 p.m. That's kind of what I'm going to go with. That's going to take us up to $22,561, and wow, we do have a lot of time left. It's just a little afternoon. Now, previously, we didn't sell off all the wood, and it said we had some extra cash in there from sold wood. I don't understand what happened there. There was some sitting on the ground that we weren't able to load up. But let's see exactly what happens with this. If we get a bunch extra money, wood transport, a finished job, $39 sold wood. So that seems about the same as last time, whether it's full all the way or not. Maybe we only got to deliver like one of those trees. I don't know. One thing I do know, we're about to get another $10,000 right here. Let's go ahead and see what that takes us up to. $33,603 now at the top right. And we got a couple harvesting jobs there I need to pay close attention to and finish off. I believe something was about full. I think it's this one right here. And with this being the last strip, I don't know if it's going to make it or not. Let's go ahead and jump over to our semi, get running beside it. I think it will keep driving as I drive beside it. And we got enough time to get some more contracts in there. I don't know if I want to waste my time with anything that's under like $10,000 though. That's my big issue, main issue there. Also, rain on the forecast. Been saying rain, 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 but it hadn't hit yet. I should probably check the weather channel. Man, you got to be kidding me. It was so close to finishing out right here. It just had that little bit left, and whoa, it's missing. I'm glad it doesn't actually dump on the ground if you do something like this. Part of me wishes it does. Part of me is like, I'm glad it doesn't. I couldn't keep looking at it dumping out off the side of the trailer. I had to move over a little bit here. We are completely done harvesting the oats over here. Looks like we got 32,961 liters, and oh man, this thing is having a hard time turning. Okay, where in the world do I got to take it though? I think it's somewhere down south into town. And is this the oat one? No, it's not. Come on. Oh, they both got to go to the same place. Yeah, that's the same place. Okay, all good. So yeah, down southeast in town right there. Let's try to make that drive, see if we can make it. We are right next to a road. Can we make it to that road? Well, hey, looky there. They put in these little train barrier things here. I used to remember driving through here all the time. It doesn't have any of these barrier things, and I would get smoked by that train because I wasn't paying attention. But I guess I'm not going to be able to get smoked by the train anymore. One cool thing they did leave behind on this map is the roller coaster. Obviously, that's iconic. You got to leave that behind. Now, 10 years, $10 million. That seems pretty easy. We've made a lot of money here already. I just thought it'd be a good idea to go with the whole 10-year thing because I'm starting with $10, 10 times speed, stuff like that. I don't know. Any challenge ideas y'all can think of, fun little ideas, let me know in the comments. And let me know if this is just way, way too easy. And why is this not dumping out? Do I gotta go around back or something? What the heck? Looking at the mini map, that's the right place. But looking at that symbol right there, that's the wrong symbol. That looks like a symbol for pallets being spawned out. So let's go ahead and flip a UE right here. Go into the industrial part of it, which is behind the building. There's a big old silo back there. Maybe I just dump into that big silo back there. I'm not sure. We'll figure this out though. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. Come on, really? How many of these unload points you gonna have out here? Make me think I'm going to the wrong spot probably. Yeah, I really shouldn't do that. I need to figure out which one these are, each and every one of them. It is saying I got to sell to the AgroForest market, and I don't know what's going on here. Let's see here. None of these say AgroForest market. This one over here obviously does. I'm going to assume it's this one right here because it's the closest one to the market. Now we got one right here in front of us. I don't know. Let's see exactly what this does as soon as I start dumping. Come on. Well, the money's not going up, so that means we're in the correct spot. Okay, we're good. We are good. Now I just got to remember the controls to switch between these compartments, and then we'll be even better. Well, this should be the last little bit going away, and yes, it did. Looks like we're going to get some extra money off that, which is awesome. $1,372 harvest income right there. Amazing. Contract finished as well. Let's get this thing out of the way so the other semi could pull up in here. Now, I'm not sure where the process is on that other one, but we'll see it just in a second. Well, that was a close one. I didn't think it was actually going to stop. I thought we'd have some left over where we have to make a second trip, but no, it did stop. 57,982 liters right there. Putting us at 97% on this trailer. Yeah, that's what was really, really worrying me was, is it going to stop? This should be the same exact spot where I got to dump this off. Let's start dumping, see if the money goes up. Money's not going up. The percentage is going up on the harvesting Bill 28 contract. And then I'm hoping we have enough left over to make it a little bit extra. It seems like my harvest jobs have been about $1,000 over normally. $2,430 extra there. That is nice. I like that. Now let's see that money go up even more by finishing out these contracts. We'll go ahead and collect this one right here. That was 16,000 something, I think. And then this one's 16,000 as well. And that's going to take us up to $70,183. Now, what do I do with that money? I actually had plans to sleep at like a local motel and just take out like $500 or something like that for a month of rent or something. I don't know. I mean, who pays $500 for rent? I think we might be able to buy some land, maybe a house, and sleep there. Yeah, it's looking like we're able to do something. So I believe this farmland 32 is your starting farm area. So let's go ahead and buy that for $25,228, and then we'll jump up there real quick. Oh, looks like there's a few things up there, little icons. I guess we got a chicken coop now. Looks like we do now have a chicken coop. Unfortunately, we have animals too. 55 chickens. Holy cow, 945 capacity in this thing. That is absolutely unreal, ridiculous, and this is just so up in the forested area. All these chickens would be dead. I've lived out in the country. I've had chickens. Yes, no, something would definitely get a hold of them. This fence is not stopping anything. And we only got 406 liters of food. What, 2,000 liters is the capacity? Okay, that's going to be a big problem, especially trying to feed 945 of them at once. May sell those off, not sure, but let's see what else we have on our new plot of land. Something over here. Yeah, just something over here. We got a hayloft, used capacity 950,000 liters. That's pretty nice. Okay, looks like our eggs go all the way over here. Holy cow, that is crazy the way it's built in like that. That is cool though, I like it. And then we have some other stuff over here, some little unload points. Unload up there too. I don't know what's going on here. This is looking a little crazy, a little weird. Bell and pallet storage. Okay. Whoa, we got sheep as well? Where in the world's this coming from? Hold on, let's check this map one more time. I'm not seeing sheep. I'm not seeing it in here. I don't think we bought that piece of land yet. Maybe we're just automatically getting the pallets from it. Also, this could be from before I sold off all my equipment, but no, I didn't have the land. I came in and start from scratch. So I don't understand that. We'll take it though. Somebody's just dropping off their wool. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm really liking this. Now let's find a place to sleep. All right, I got a couple options here. I go with this nice camel tent or I go with a bag. I guess I could say the bag has my sleeping bag in it and just sleep inside the building, but I'm gonna go with this camel tent. Looking pretty cool. Go ahead and get this thing placed in right here on our piece of land. And that bag, I guess I could have just set somewhere inside there. It is a mobile tent, so I could have picked it up and moved it around. But hey, we got a place to sleep and we got a piece of land. Like I was saying, I think $10 million might be a little too low. Let's just see what happens after 10 years. 10 times speed is definitely fast. I can't believe I'm already done with this month almost. I'm done with the month though. Oh, hey, the rain finally started. Of course it did. I don't think I'm going to accept any more contracts. I am done with the episode. I do really appreciate y'all so much for stopping in and watching. Thank you so much. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care. Over the next 10 years, I got one big goal, make $10 million. Well, that's not too big of a goal, but to make it harder, we're going to start with $10, and here's the real hard part. That time has to stay on 10 times speed. Let's see if we can get it done. Welcome back in, everybody. We're here in AgroForests on episode 2, trying to stay out of the rain. That might be a little bit of hell too, kind of looks like it. But no, we actually made a lot of money there on that first episode, so getting closer and closer to that $10 million. Now, staying at that 10 times speed, I'm debating, should I get another contract? I'm thinking about it, but I'm also thinking, let's go to sleep. Let's see what kind of contracts we got out there. Maybe I can knock out real quick. Of course, those little log transport ones, those are pretty darn easy now, especially since I'm using some auto load. I feel kind of bad about that, but then again, it's like, whatever, who cares? Let's do it. Whoa, a plowing job for $20,000. That is crazy good, but I don't think I want to do that, especially with that type of plow. We got another harvesting job out there. Do I think I can get it done? Maybe. Let's give it a try. Farmland 39. We might go into the nighttime. I don't got any rule about going into the nighttime. I just don't like to go into the nighttime. And oh my gosh, I just realized with the rain, is that going to cause a problem? Let's see how long it's supposed to rain. Looks like the rain's going to stop around 18 to 1900 or so. Looks like they don't update every single hour. Wow, that's interesting. And we got rain every single day. That's not good. But that does make sense for this map, especially since it's supposed to be located in the northwest of America. I think like Oregon or Washington or something like that. That definitely does make sense. I believe it rains there quite a bit. With the rain just being super horrible, let's go ahead and go to sleep. Now, I was thinking wake up at 6 a.m. Let's wake up as early as possible. That way we don't lose any daylight. Holy cow, we can wake up in the middle of the night now? What, do I got a mod for that or something? I really don't know. We'll go with 5 a.m. I didn't realize we could wake up that early. Might be a little too dark, but hey, we got a flashlight. I want to go ahead and check on our chickens, and they are okay with food. 193 liters. Wow. Do they just consume less food? Because we didn't have much last time around. I'm really surprised there's still food in there. Now, we don't have many. It did up. It actually doubled. We ended up going up to 105 animals right now. There was, I believe, 50 something in there previously. Yeah, I don't know how I'm liking that, especially with the whole food thing. Now we're checking on our chicken pallet over here. Thing of eggs. It's all good. For some reason, we have some sheep wool coming in over here. We'll take that. I did realize something about this barn. There is an upstairs to it. That is absolutely amazing. I think I showed it a little bit at the end of last episode during my little outro thing. There's no bed up there. I was going to be very, very mad if there was a bed up there. But that also means I could have done that sleeping bag thing a lot easier and a lot more realistic. I'm out here at field 28 right now. If y'all can remember correctly, that was a plowing job. Yes, a very, very big plowing job. I'm not going to do it, but we got the whole entire day of sunlight to do it. Let's go ahead and borrow these items, get a worker out here, get it going. $20,000, cannot pass that up. I'm sure I'm going to spend quite a bit in a worker, but I know I'm going to profit. I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. It's looking like that this tractor cannot attach to this plow. It is not giving me the option to attach, and that That is very, very concerning. Come on. Maybe I'm doing something totally wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I'm not hooking up to the wrong end. It's not giving me the option. I'm hitting the button, not working. This is not good. So I guess we're going to lose a little bit of money here because I'm going to have to cancel this. And I'll go ahead and accept that. We lost $640. I don't know if we lost that leasing fee as well, if that was an upfront cost, but it is gone. That is ridiculous. I have no idea what happened there. Looks like I'll go ahead and jump into a fertilizing job and maybe a harvesting one. Not bad. I mean, they don't pay much, but we'll keep it going. I may try this plowing one, but it looks like the same tractor and the same plow. I don't know if I want to give it a try or not. All right, quick question for all y'all farm sim experts out there, or just real life farmers in general, you might know. I don't know much about this game, so any tips, tricks, or suggestions, always welcome. But anyways, the field to the left here got harvested, and now they want me to put solid fertilizer on there. Would that be a total waste? Because the next step would be some sort of planting or plowing. I think there's actually a plow job out there for that field. I don't know. I just feel like it's a waste to lay down the solid fertilizer first, but oh well, somebody's going to pay me for it. I'll take their money. Even though this plow job did fail, it did go over to the next stage, so now we have a rock collecting job on it. That is perfectly fine. That is good, and I keep thinking, go ahead and try that other plow job. See if it works. I don't think it's going to work, but if it opens up another job like this, maybe I will do it. Been seeing this job since last month in the game here, $7,425 for a little rock removal. And that brings me to the point that I think there was like a handheld jackhammer you can actually buy to do these, which is really cool. But we're going to get this stuff delivered over to the area, so that's going to make it really, really easy for us. We're basically just getting paid to hook up the attachment and crunch up these rocks. Now, I do not think I can hire a worker for anything like this. That's all good. Workers are a little busy out there on the field right now. Man, it has been a long time since I've ever done these rock collecting jobs or rock crushing jobs. Apparently there's flags out there now. That's got to be something new. I don't think that's right. I believe I just turned that on right there, and we are going away at it. Yeah, look at us go. Actually taking a little bit longer than I thought it'd take to crunch through a rock, but I'm sure it's faster than in real life. Now, all the stones left on the ground, left behind there, we're actually just going to leave them behind. We're not going to come over and collect them. We do have the ability to collect them with either a pick up anywhere, drop off anywhere mod, or the contract mod I have active right now, where it gives you the ability to pick up the stuff after a contract. I don't know which mod is going to allow that. Maybe both of them. Dang, this is probably the last time I do this. I did not realize how many freaking rocks were out here. Oh man, just looking around this little flat landing part where I spawned the skid steer in, and there is a whole lot of red flags over there in the trees. I am really glad they put those red flags on there, because I would not be finding these, and I would be very, very mad. A little confused here, so I'm going away at this rock right here. There's another red flag in the distance, but between me and that red flag is another rock. Do I get that rock? I'm gonna go around it and hope I don't need it. I don't know. Maybe it's part of this flag portion right here, and I do need to get that rock. If I do have some left over after this rock, I believe this should take us up to 100%. But if I do have some left over, I will go after that rock. Maybe that's the one I'm missing. Looks like I don't need that little rock right there. That's all good. Let's go ahead and complete this contract. Get paid a little $7 grand or so. I don't know what the leasing cost on this stuff was. I don't pay attention to that. I just know we make a profit off of it. So it's saying we're making $6,700 here. I wonder if that's actually accurate, because it says $7,425 there in the contract income. I guess there's a little bit tacked on to some of these contracts. I didn't realize it did that for every single one of them. I thought I got the prices said right there whenever I was exiting out. I don't know. Maybe what's actually happening there is I'm not paying the leasing costs. Possibly. Sadly, the contracts are looking a little slim as far as what pays real good, so I'm just going to start grabbing some of these under $10,000. Now, of course, I've been grabbing a few here and there under $10,000, but I'm going to stop waiting for the big paying ones and start going with some of these average paying ones, I guess. We're over here at field 38, going to go ahead and borrow up these items, get a nice little harvest done. I believe I'm dropping it right in the middle of the highway. Yes, I am. I don't care about their traffic. I do not at all. So my big worry with these contracts is the fact that they're going to go away and I'm not going to have any to do, and I'm going to need the money or something like that. So I'm just trying to get as much done as possible while I can, because we got to end up buying some stuff for our actual land, farm, whatever you want to call it. We'll just go ahead and call it a farm. It's not much of one, but it's going to turn into one. The stuff we need to buy is definitely something to transport some chicken feed, because those chickens are going to need some food pretty fast, I think. I don't know. They definitely didn't go through it that fast. It looks like we got a fertilizing job over here all done. 2,050 liters left over. Go ahead and use this for another job instead of paying another leasing fee. Taking a quick peek into the used vehicles, seeing if there's anything out there that's just like, hey, I got to get it. And I'm kind of thinking about the skid steer here. I mean, 52% off. That is really nice. I love how they upped that percentage from FS22. The food seems to be dropping over here at an okay rate. It's really not that bad. I'm surprised. I don't know if they just don't require much food, or maybe I'm just not thinking right. We got a contract finish there in the top right. I'll look at that in a minute. But until then, we got to figure out something here with the chicken chicken. Now, I did set down the shop deliveries mod over here. We'll have a couple items delivered out here to our farm. We'll go ahead and go with this New Holland skid steer. I was really wanting a Kubota one after using it on that rock crushing job, but there's not one for sale, and I don't want to pay full price. I don't know what the full price is, but 50-something% off, that sounded real good. So we are definitely getting that right there. Now we got to get some sort of attachments to go with it. Those attachments are going to be all kinds of stuff probably, but mainly forks. Skid steer loader, maybe? Is that what I'm looking for? I have no idea. I sure hope that's right. That doesn't seem right. Hold on one second. Let's hear wheel loader. Okay. Yeah, that would be right. We'll just get the forks, get us some big bags of chicken feed. I got no rule about being self-sufficient on the actual animal feed or anything like that. I do that for my animal challenges. Now, I also never specified whether I'm going to lease items or take out loans. You know what? Let's do no loans, no leasing. Why not? That chicken pen over there only holds 2,000 liters. Unless it's cut off and I'm missing it somewhere, I believe it only holds 2,000 liters. 2,400 liters right here of big bags chicken food. Let's go ahead and get that delivered to the farm as well. That's a little delivery fee there. So that's going to cost us $3,000 plus that delivery fee. What is that delivery fee? $76. Okay, not too bad. Hopefully this can pick all four up because I'm definitely going to give it a go. Now we are going to go down a slight little hill slope right there. Maybe we'll tip, maybe we'll flip. I don't know. First test here, lifting all four big bags is gonna be a no, possibly. I don't know. All four of those tires spin. Maybe I can make it work. Let's not risk it here. Let's go ahead and drop it. I'll do two at a time. Hopefully at least two works. I don't know. It's not looking very promising. Here we go, picking up two, and two is not working either. Holy cow, I don't know if I like this thing. Okay, one big bag at a time it is. To be honest with you, there's a little bit of struggle with just one big bag. I'm not liking that at all. But with this being a skid steer with pallet forks, we now officially have something that allows us to use universal auto load. Yes, it's not the best, but it would work. So technically I could pick up these big bags, put them on a trailer. So moving forward, we're able to use the universal auto load. But do we have anything to use it on? Like a trailer? A truck? No, we don't. Oh, it's going to be a while. I'm going to have to manually do this stuff for a minute. Chicken pen is finally full. So yes, it does hold 2,000 liters. Unfortunately, I am reading that number right down there. Okay, we'll see how often we got to refill that. But as far as this big bag goes, it's just one of them. So I'm going to leave it sitting right here. I was thinking about putting it back up in our barn or shed or whatever. We do have a pallet storage built into there. I don't know if big bags count into a pallet store. I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe it'll tell there in the top right, harvesting contracts, two of them there sitting at 80%. That means we are done with them as far as the field work goes. We just got to get the goods delivered. It stops at 80% if y'all didn't know. Both of these harvesting jobs got to run all the way over to the southeast part of town where we delivered last episode. There's a difference with these two harvesting jobs though. We got tractors this time, so it's going to move a little slower than some semis. And gosh, this is struggling. 2 miles an hour. Holy cow, this is horrible. While driving into town here, I get these long straightaways, or just driving in general, I get these straightaways. So I'll come in here, look at these contracts and everything, and I'm noticing a big issue. That issue is the contracts are starting to slim out. There are less and less of them, and there really will be less and less of them throughout the winter months. And that's what I was saying. Do as much as I can now before they all go away. And we only got $28,000 right there. I was thinking about buying some new land, but that's definitely not going to happen. We're going to have to figure out how to make some money outside of these contracts, and we're going to have to do that next episode because I am all out of time for this one. I really do appreciate y'all stopping in and watching. It means a whole lot. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. This is episode 3 here in AgroForests, doing our $10 million challenge in 10 years at 10 times speed. I'm currently heading over to deliver some barley for one of these contracts in the top right. There's 2 harvesting contracts there. I'm not sure which one this was. I will know as soon as this starts moving from that 80%. So let's see here. We'll just dump that in right here. We got 16,907 liters there. Hopefully we got some left over to make us a little bit of extra money besides the contract money. Yeah, it looks like that's not doing good at all. That actually did not finish. What the heck happened there? Hold on. Let's go check the field out real quick. This is the issue with the tram lines, I believe. Yes, looking over here on the field, looks like nothing got missed. So we're going to have to end up bringing in some more of that barley and dropping it in there to complete the contract. So that's outside my control. Something wrong with the tram lines. I don't know. And precision farming, I guess. There's some issues mixed in there. That is outside my control. So I got to get some in there. I won't profit any from extra, though. You know, before I do bring some in, let's go ahead and deliver that other contract job. None of that actually moved from 80%, but I am a little worried that they might be working together somehow because they are both barley contracts and they both come to the same location. I don't want to accidentally give myself extra money somehow. I will deliver the other job first. Quick update as we're driving into town. Today we actually got to get some sort of passive income in. I'm not sure what we're going to get yet. I'm thinking about beehives. I mean, I guess that's passive. We put the beehives down, they give us the honey, we sell the honey. There's also greenhouse route, and then of course generators. I try to stay outside of modded stuff because I don't know how fast they actually make there. I don't know. If y'all got any good generators, greenhouses, or even beehives you suggest out there, please drop them down in the comments. Let me know. You cannot share links, will not work. Drop a name. If you do want to actually share a link, you can always find me on Discord. Look forward to chatting with y'all over there at any time. Finally, over here dropping off the barley, and looks like that's actually taking up that field 38 one first. Now it's going over to 26. That's what I was saying. I think they might be working in combination somehow, and yes, they were, because both of them got completed with this trailer full right here. 2 contracts finished there. We got $1,284 extra on harvest income. Let's go ahead and return them, get it all done. Now there's one more left up there. That is a stone picking one. I got to keep my eye on it. That's a slow working one. It gets full and I don't catch that. About to collect these now. Looks like we got 8,600 here, 9,100, 3,600, and 7,700. These up here are some fertilizing jobs. I don't know if we got any more fertilizing jobs in there. I did use the equipment for another one. I'm not seeing any. I did mention at the end of last episode, these contracts are going away kind of. So that's why we're going for some passive income on our farm. And all those contracts are going to take us up to $60,139 right there. That is looking really, really good. And I don't know, maybe we will buy some land? Not sure. I want to buy some land, but I know we need to get some sort of income coming in outside of contracts. First thing I need to do before placing down anything is figure out how much land we actually own. And it doesn't look like much. I don't want to touch much up here around the barn, and then down here is where the chickens are. I think I could put some stuff in there with the chickens, possibly, and that's kind of why I'm leaning towards beehives, because this terrain over here is just so hilly, not flat enough to put in any greenhouse or anything like that, but I got a feeling I could put a bunch of beehives throughout here. Now, will they let me put it inside the pen? I have no idea. I'm going to give it a try, though. First thing I want to place down is a centralized location for all the honey to go, the pallets of it, and you know, I was going to put it off to the dirty area, the dirt side or whatever. I don't know. I think I might put it over here, and it says overlaps with another object. Do I even own this land? Yeah, I think I do, actually. Let's turn that off with the overlaps with another object. We'll turn on that free mode, place it in right here. That looks like a good spot. Nice flat area there, but it also looks like a good spot to park some equipment. That's why it's kind of against it. I can always move it. Now with $59,782 left, what do I want to do there? I mean, obviously we got this big one right here. Holy cow, $40,000 for this? That better pump out a ridiculous amount of honey for $40,000. Now that is a mod. And what else do we have in here as far as mods go? That's 33 hives. This over here is a 7-pack, 7-piece. Gosh dang, that is ridiculous. The price it is for that. Because even going outside of the mods, we got this one that has 33 hives in it, and I feel like that'd probably be our best route. Now that is the base game one. I am going to play around with some of the mod ones as well. Okay, here's a cool little mod here. It's a beehive, rusted car hive. I don't know how much it's going to pump out, but we're going to get it right there, $1,500. I think it's pretty sweet. Now I need to figure out, can we put stuff down here in the actual chicken? It appears it's going to let me. Okay, that's nice. I don't see any gate to actually get in there. Oh, look, hey, there's my person. I'm in there. Just don't know if I want to spend $40,000 on this. I do want to make a bunch of money from this, but oh gosh, that better pump out a lot. And wait a second, won't these chickens like peck at this and like eat the honey and stuff like that? They probably would. Ooh, I'm a little concerned here. So I don't own this land over here. Will I get the products from the beehives if I place it over here? I got a mod in that allows me to place stuff anywhere. I thought there would be an on and off button for that, but apparently there's not. Hey, it looks like we got a little customization option too. We can color them. Cool. But yeah, I'm a little concerned. If I place it outside land I own, will I still get the benefits from it? I have no idea. I think I'm just going to place a few small ones along the little grassy area, forested area through here and call it good. And go with that, see how they do. If they're not doing good enough, we'll get more in there later. I say a few small ones. I'm kind of leaning towards this big old bad boy right here. Yeah, we'll go with this one right here. Not bad. I remember using this one previously, I believe in 22. We'll get a couple of these placed out here. Hopefully it's not too cheaty. Yeah, 2 of them right there. We're good. So 24,000 for those 2 plus a 1,500, I believe, for the car. All good. We're down to $34,000, and I still got plenty of room inside the chicken coop to place some more if I really want to. Yes, the chickens would probably mess with them in real life, but this ain't real life. This is a game. Now, with us being at 10 times speed, those pallets should already be spawning out. I don't know why it's not. But also with us staying at 10 times speed in this challenge, that is a big thing that we need to take advantage of. And that big thing is time. The faster the time moves, the more these generators and other products get made. So generators, greenhouses, those are definitely going to be some huge money makers towards our $10 million if we get the land, get the space, and all that. Okay, we got another plowing job that just came in. Don't know if we're going to have enough time to finish it, but I'm going to give it a go. It's got a different tractor this time around. Same plow, but different tractor. This tractor right here was not able to connect last time around, so let's give it a go. Jump over to 39, get the stuff delivered, see what happens. Hey, looks like it connects. That is awesome, and it looks like there's some rain on the forecast. I should have paid attention. I hope this worker keeps going away at this while it's raining. Now, while these two workers are going stone picking, this is probably the last contract I'm going to accept that requires a worker. Rest of the ones I do, I'm going to do myself. They will end up being these wood transport jobs. I think I'm just going to end up knocking out a lot of them. The biggest one out there, I'm assuming, requires all this truck and trailer, and then rest of them below that do not require all that truck and trailer. So let's go ahead and get out there to farmland 1, get this stuff delivered, make a little delivery there. I can hire a worker to make that drive back, and I will probably do that. I just got to get it loaded up myself. Okay, I think there might be something wrong with this contract. There's only 4 logs down there. They gave me a truck and a trailer. A little confused on that one, and I don't know how I'm going to get those auto loaded up on here. I might actually have to use a crane this time around. I did say previously, I don't think you actually got to deliver all of them for it to work. So maybe that's true, and we're about to find out. Let's go get this delivered. I'm going to leave this trailer behind because I don't want to have to worry about making a wider corner or even worry about the AI driver, because I'm going to turn this over to a driver. I changed my mind. I'm not going to turn this over to a driver. I'm actually just going to go ahead and do all the driving myself. Use this one piece of equipment from this contract on all the logging contracts out there. Well, as much as I could do until the plowing's done. That's the idea. Okay, I'm turning around. I gotta try something. I know something coming down the hill, just right across this bridge. I gotta try something. We'll see it in a second. Okay, making it to the top of the hill, turning around now. I don't know if y'all know what I'm about to try, but have y'all ever seen Dukes of Hazzard? I'm just kidding. I saw this corner right here, and I was like, wait a second, there should be a guardrail there. Let's see if I can make that jump. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I was just gonna use super strength to fix it if I needed to, but it looks like I might be able to drive out of this somehow. Do not drive too deeply into water. Well, I understand that, but hey, looky there. I guess I could make that jump. Well, come on, man. Like it's acting like it's getting out of there, but it's not. I think I'm just gonna drive down the river now. How's that sound? We'll get a little momentum, a little speed there. Gosh dang it, I hit a tree. Somehow I actually got out of there, and somehow that actually worked. But will these 4 logs work for completing the contract? I don't know. I really don't. I'm worried. I could spawn some logs in and get it taken care of and fixed up. There's just so many issues with contracts here and there. But that wood transport job is only 17% done, and we got $5 sold wood. Wait a second. What's going on there? Is there like another bill out over there or something? Let me jump over there, see if more logs appeared maybe. Yeah, no, nothing over here. So I'll try to remember that next time I see a job over in this direction. Let's just go ahead and spawn some logs in, get that one complete. I'll try not to have any extra income from it. If I do get a bunch of extra income, I'll remove it. That is obviously not the right tree, but I want to see if it works at least. Come on, jump up here, hit this button, and no, it sold some wood. Let me get rid of that 722 then. I don't think I'm gonna be able to complete that job. Remove 722, done. It's gone right there. Okay, big issue there. I do see the stone picking job is gone. Maybe we'll have some extras from all these other jobs I complete, and it will get completed. I don't know. Let's go ahead and pick up some other jobs and go get it done. Trying to figure out what type of tree this is. Looks like it's a transport tree. I don't know if I have that option as far as spawning trees in. I guess I could look real quick. Hold on one second. We got Scotch pine, lodgepole, blah, blah, blah. Is there a transport tree in here? I am not seeing the word transport tree. Nope, not looking like it. That is not good. Got some logs left on the ground there. I'm sure I could pile it up, force it, but I'm not going to worry about it. I think that one on the top's actually a little too tall. Now, of course, we got a trailer out there. That would have came in handy right about now, but it is very far away. I guess I could reset it right next to me. There's the paper factory. It wasn't that far of a drive. I'm not too about it. That plowing job's going to take up a lot of time, so I got nothing better to do except drive around this map and learn the map a little better. That is actually why I am doing these jobs myself instead of hiring a worker to drive across the map. I do worry a little that it's going to end up completing that contract, and no, it did not. Okay, we're good. We got $20 for wood. Yeah, I was kind of worried it'd end up completing that contract and leaving some leftover logs over there. Now, those leftover logs would have been nice if they did stay over there, because we definitely need them for our messed up contract one. Now, I don't like how they're giving me sold wood numbers on there. I wish it would kind of count towards the other contract out there. And yep, this $5 sold wood didn't go any up on that 17% one. That's not looking good. Stone picking is all done. Just got to figure out where I could sell them off at. Looks like we got a, what is it, Porto? Something like that. I don't know. Let's tag the place, figure out where that's at. I can see it a lot easier on the map, I think. Tag it. Guess I can right there. So I'm actually going to hire a worker to drive over there while I go ahead and finish up some of these forestry jobs. Oh, I forgot about this option. I guess I could actually hire a worker to deliver over there instead. So we'll just go backwards here, find the Porto. There we go. Oh, there's 2 different ones. Okay. And the world is different. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and turn it off looping. No looping. Start the job. Hopefully it figures its way out of there. Nope, it's saying unreachable. Okay, interesting. Let's try the other one. Wait, is it really unreachable? Because it still says there's a worker. Never mind, that worker is actually the plow job. Okay, let me figure this out. Try the other one. Switch over to the other one, hit start it, invalid crops, back to target. Dang, I guess that's not going to work. Okay, then fine. We'll just say drive there and I'll take it over whenever you get there. Maybe there's an issue with it trying to get outside of the forest, possibly. I don't know. We'll place that there, hit start job, and looks like that's actually gonna go. Okay, I guess there's just an issue with the delivery part of it. Got that last truck over here, and it is gonna be my last one. There are more jobs out there, but we got a plus 25 in sold wood. Mine is a 225 in wage payment. No, I don't like that. And hey, the rain's coming in. Is that plowing job still going? I don't know, but we got these rocks heading into town. That's working. And here's the plow. Looks like he's still going. He or she, I don't know. What is it? Hey, we got a he in there, I guess. All good. Wait a second. Oh, I thought he stopped, but he was just flipping the direction of his plow. Okay, I'll let you continue working away. I want to find out how much honey we actually make each hour. The way I'm going to do that is at 1800, we had 260 liters of honey in storage. Now I just got to see how much we have at 1900. Selling off these rocks is not a requirement to this part of this contract, but I want the extra money. It's not going to be much, I don't think, and I don't even know if we can sell any off. It's not looking correct. I don't know. It's kind of looking like this is a sell point for what the heck? Okay, maybe we pull up a little bit more. There's a little unload point right there. Yeah, these things are off just a hair there, I guess. Maybe. Come on, give it to me. Nope, not giving it to me. Wait a second. There's a little call button over here, I think. Is that what this is? It says sell wood. Okay, so this is a wood sell point. That's not going to work then. I don't know if we could sell over here. I'd like to think we could because that looks like a little rock crusher thing. Come on. No, not right there. Maybe if we back up the ramp and then try to dump it in there, it will work. Hey, looks like it is gonna work. Let's go ahead and hit that dump right there. We're gonna make money on that. We are. Now there was like 8,000 something liters in there. That's got to add up a little bit. I don't know if it was worth the hassle or even the amount of money I paid the worker to drive over here. We did make $826 in harvest income though. That is awesome. Liking that a lot. Now let's complete that contract along with all the other ones except for the plowing one. See what our balance goes up to. Now this one right here, it's just a straight wash. We lost it. Cancel it. Done. We're gonna lose a little money on it. Blah blah blah. Where the heck did that thing go? Right here, negative $640. We'll go ahead and collect that. Now we got one here for $72.58, another $72.58, and then we got this big old stone picking job for $15,000. That's going to look nice in our bank account. Okay, taking us up to $63,490. Rain's still coming down. It's getting dark. I'm going to finish that plowing job off camera, accept the money, and wait a second. How much honey do we make each hour? I'll let y'all know next episode. But that's going to be it here. I really do appreciate y'all stopping in and watching. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody, here on episode 4 in AgroForest, trying to get $10 million in 10 years at 10 times speed, and that 10 times speed has almost cost us a huge issue. Here's a screenshot of whenever I finished that plowing job. Yeah, it was pretty late. That's why it's late right now. So I actually had to take over for the worker because obviously the worker takes forever, especially with that plow doing a little flippy flip and turning and all that. Barely got it done. The worker would not have got it done in time. Let's go ahead and go to sleep though, wake up in the morning, see what kind of jobs are out there, see what kind of money we're making. I did kind of leave y'all hanging a little bit there with guessing how much liters per hour those bees are making as far as honey goes. So let's take a look at that first thing in the morning. Oh man, it's raining. Oh well, who cares? So we only got 3 beehives. We got those 2 big old ones right there, and then we have this car over here. Yeah, let me check this out. Do I hear any bees running around, flying around over here? It is raining, so technically I don't think the bees would be out in the rain. I'm not seeing anything, hearing anything, but I know whenever I place it down, it was working. I think they just go away during the rain, which is actually pretty cool the way they fit that in there. Now we'll run over here to our spawn point and look at that. That is looking really good. Real question here is how much do we make per hour? 70 liters, that is, right around 70 liters. That's about 1,680 liters per 24 hours. Let's look at the current value of what we got. This honey is worth a whole lot of money, and I am loving it. Wait a second, where the heck we get wheat from? Oh, that's the food for the chickens. Okay. Ooh, yeah, it's up there pretty good. So we got 1,127 liters in stock. That should be what's sitting right in front of us. Currently, if I go to sell that off, we get $1,123. So yeah, that's got to make some pretty good money. Pretty good money. Or wait, was that right? No, that was the price per 1,000 liters. I think the current value right now is $1,266. There we go. Max value is up there at $1,500. So wait around until March and make some really good money. Now let's see how we're going to make some money this episode besides maybe selling off some honey. Really no good jobs out there. I mean, I'm seeing a plowing job, but we know how bad that is. I mean, it is the beginning of the month, so I think we can get that done. And is this 10 times speed making it more expensive for me to hire these workers? I don't know, because don't they get paid per hour or something like that? And I feel like they're taking more and more hours. I'm not sure how the whole pay thing works there, but yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I guess 26. We can let the worker run all day. Hopefully they finish. Ooh, look at that nice little Kubota. I'm really loving the Kubotas. You know, I don't know. I always kind of say John Deere is my favorite, but Kubota is nice. It's real nice. Here in Oklahoma, there are a lot of Kubota dealerships and also John Deere ones. But man, this Kubota is just looking nice, especially with the wave, the rain's coming down, the color of this, the sun, the light. Oh man, it is beautiful. Let's just go ahead and hire a worker here. I kind of wish I could see how much this worker right here cost me to do this field work versus how much I made off of it, but I don't think there's a way to see individual pricings for workers. I'm going to stay away from the dead woods. They are kind of hard to do whenever you're on a forest map because you got to be able to spot the actual tree, and in a forest map it's pretty dense. But if you got a big open map, dead woods are easy to do because they stick out like a sore thumb. I'm just going to go ahead and jump over to some of the wood transporting jobs. I guess these two pay the same. And oh, hey, something new came in. Stone picking on 38. Let's go ahead and get that fired up. That takes a while as well. This stone picking job will not be as bad as the last one I did, so I didn't really show it, but the last one was moving so slow because of how hilly the build was. And what I ended up having to do was unhook the stone picker, go grab the trailer and bring it closer and dump it where the stone picker is sitting. Now, the reason I'm saying this one's going to be a lot easier is because, hey, look, we got a truck over there. I'm going to drive the truck over to the stone picker. Hopefully the worker will just keep going with it and automatically dump out and then keep driving. I haven't tried that yet. We'll see that a little bit later on, see if it works or not. You know, I'm kind of not liking these transport jobs for the wood that don't give me the trailer. The reason for that is usually they just give you the truck if they think you can get it all in the truck. But it seems like they give so many more logs where it's going to have to be like a second trip. I mean, of course, I am using the auto load and everything like that, so I might be able to throw some more on top, but then that's going to cause an issue with us unloading it. And oh wow, we only got one left. I was really surprised on that. Let me throw that bad boy up there real quick. Well, it's all going to make it on the first trip, but it's not going to fit underneath that building. But I want to try something. Our very first one, I believe it was our very first one, I backed out and dumped some out on the ground, and somehow it all just disappeared whenever I hit the sell button. So I'm going to actually hit the sell button outside of that radius area and see if I can sell it off without having to go underneath part of the build. I was actually thinking about doing it a lot further back, but we'll just try it right here. This should do the job, possibly. No promises. Hopefully it does. Wait a second. I guess I could drive around it and just back into that spot. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. But hey, there we go. It did sell it off. Did it sell it all off? Wood transport finished. $25 sold wood. Yes, it is all gone. That is looking good. So this contract's done. I guess we don't actually have to end up in this spot. We might actually be safe pretty far back there. Now, in another series, I had an issue with having too many contracts out there, so we're going to go ahead and collect this one instead of using this truck for another contract. That's going to take us up to $86,598. Pretty nice. And I did notice something on this map. They kind of give us a little bit extra money on the contract income versus other maps I've played on. I'm actually kind of excited about this transport job because we get to go to a different location for the first time. This location we're going to is the big sawmill, main big sawmill on Silver Run Forest. And driving through these grape fields here, I just really want to possibly try to get into grapes. I've never really done grapes on a grapevine like that. I've always done like a greenhouse and stuff like that, but you know, I like trying new things, and doing a grape farm series might be a new thing I'm going to do. Hey, what can you make from grapes? You can make some wine. And I did see something about the Dragon's Den production pack coming out. Hopefully they got their winery and butchery in there. Butchery? Is that even a word? Butcher in there. I'm not sure how this whole sell point's going to work. Now, previously, I believe you unloaded it in the water, stuff like that. Looks like there's the trigger point right here for some reason. I don't know. Hold on. Let's see here. Is this just the buy point? Yeah, that is the buy point. $369,000. Ooh, that's looking nice. Real nice. Now, I wonder, adding this wood to it, will it actually increase the inventory in there if I did go to buy it? I thought that was the thing on FS22. Man, this looks really deep. I hope this is right. And I hope I don't get stuck. Yeah, there we go. Let's actually unload it all just to the side or something like that. There it goes. Not all of it went to the side, but all of it's low enough, I believe, to sell off now. I sure do hope this works. I believe this is the sell trigger for that stuff. Let's hit it. It's done. Wood transport finished, $25. That thing's probably stuck, but I don't got to worry about it because we're going to make our money and send that thing back. So it's saying $6,938 there. Let's see if it does go up. It did. $7,258 there. Interesting. I will take the extra. Another another tree transporting job here. This one pays a little more, which is why we got the trailer with it. And I'm not backing this trailer in here. So I'm going to just try to come on down here and turn it around. Hopefully this works. Yeah, it looks like I'm able to drive in it pretty good. Now, I don't know. Maybe I got to actually empty it out on the ground. I'm still going to empty it on the ground before I sell it, just to be on the safe side. Well, that's not good. Looks like the rain went away. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So I'll show y'all what I do for thumbnails. There's this little mod in here where I can take these screenshots and stuff and adjust the time and the weather and all that. So pretty cool there, but looks like it took the rain away because I did take a sunny picture. Let's see if the rain comes back whenever I switch over. No, maybe it was just due for the rain to stop. I thought it was going to be a rainy day all day. Got 2 piles of logs there. Hopefully it's still in the radius. I don't know what the radius is. It might even go up there on the land, but that was in the radius. We got $39 sold wood and another contract finished. I need to check on that stone picking one. Let's collect this first. 10,438. But no, that's not right because it's actually $11,078. Hey, we are up over $100,000. That's looking real nice. Now we'll tab on over to the stone picking one. Looks like they're not quite full yet. They are taking a long time and it's almost 10 a.m. Looking at the field, looking at the time, they might finish it before midnight. Nah, they should be fine. This is not the biggest stone picking field I've done, but whenever these workers just spin around in circles like this, not really doing anything, that does cause a problem against the time. So with all that money, I'm actually looking at some land to buy, and looks like our AI worker is full on their tank. And up there in the trees, you can see our barn. And on this side of that barn, there's some wool spawning in. I'm trying to figure out where in the world those sheep are and possibly buy that land. Now, this definitely looks like a cow pasture barn thing. And I mean, it's got the milker looking thing there. So no sheep here, but there's already cows a little bit further down this direction from us. Yes, right over here is a thing of cows, which right up the hill a little ways is our chicken. So I'm assuming if we buy this piece of land, we will have the cows. Now that other one, I guess, makes sense for breeding because pens like this, you can't breed cows. So that is making a little more sense now that I think about it. So should I buy the cows? I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards the sheep. I got to find them though. Now here's what I've always wanted to try. That AI worker is still in there. I just kind of want to back this up, see if that AI worker unloads it and continues his work or her work. I don't know. I'm not really paying attention. And looks like it's going to work. Hey, that is nice. That is real nice. I like that. Ooh, man, 57%. I don't know if we're going to have another full thing on the stone picker. How many trips I'm going to have to make. Now, I don't have to sell this stone off. I can keep it, dump it somewhere, just leave it wherever. I ain't got to do anything with it. So I just like to sell it off to make that little bit of extra money. And you know what? I think there's a very small production out there now that you could turn the stone into lime. And I mean very, very small. It will even fit on our land right now. Looky here. I found those sheepies. They're over here on farmland 40. Let's see that in an aerial view. That way it's easier for y'all to tell. So right over here, 32 is what we own. 40 is all the way down here with 31 in between us. So 40 is $49,990. Let's go ahead and buy that, have access to our sheep, and then I'm guessing that spawn point up there is the wool. And wait a second, what else is on the map? There's something else down here. Looks like a little bear or something like that. Do we raise bears here? Oh, wait a second, it's not a bear, it's probably a pig. What is this? Yeah, this is a pig pasture. Okay, I was not expecting this to be attached to this, so I do not like that at all. I hate feeding pigs, but they got a good amount of food. 5 pigs in here, 9,122 liters of food. I did not check the sheep. I was too interested to see if it was a bear. I ran over there real fast. Let's see how our sheep are doing on food and everything. Of course, we don't have the fields to provide the food, so we're going to end up having to buy it. 10 animals, 212 capacity, only 3,000 liter capacity of food. Gosh, man, I hate these pens. I'm going to have to go in there and edit the XML or something like that. But they also do have access to a lot of meadow grass there, 35,933 liters of meadow grass, and currently they only have 1,500 liters of food. What kind of food do these animals take? Each map can possibly be different. This one is 100% with grass. That is nice. I like that a lot. Now, pigs, I don't ever know what I'm doing with pigs. I don't like doing the mixture of these things, like the base food, the grain, the protein, the root crop. I hate doing the mixtures. I usually get a production, put the food into the production, make the pig food, bring the pig food over, and it fills all of those equally, I think. Wait a second. No, normally there's one that says pig food 100%. Does that not take pig food? Ooh, I'm worried about that. I mean, who says we actually got to keep these animals? Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure I just saw you sniffing that butt. I am absolutely loving the pastures they got built into this map and how they're still stuck there and forced to be on the land with them and everything. That is awesome. Loving it. And I'm out of time here for this episode. We got sheep. We got pigs. Did not see that coming. I honestly just thought it was going to be a lot of field work, and I don't know why I'm following this, just trying to move around. But hey, thank you so much, everybody, for stopping in and watching. Really do appreciate it. Hope y'all have a great day or night wherever you're at. And until next time, Y'all take care. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. We're here on episode 5, trying to get $10 million in 10 years at 10 times speed here in AgroForest, and I am out here hunting down some land. Just kind of checking out this land, seeing what it is. Now, obviously, there was a building here, but I did come in on start from scratch. I have no idea what kind of building was here. I would like to think it would be a shed, but looking at the whole grass outline, there's no way to actually drive into this area right here. So shed's out the picture, production's probably true, and there's a lot of lights around here. That's just what's really confusing me. We need to get some more passive income coming in. $53,000 there is looking good until we buy this land, and then it's going to go down more. So let's buy this land up next. This is actually farmland 30. You can see where I'm standing, no marker there. But if we click on the land, it says farmland 30. The little marker points over here for some reason. A little mess up, no biggie, all good. $16,038 for this piece of land. The land here is so cheap. I kind of don't like that, to be honest with you, because I don't ever see land being this cheap ever, especially in America. Now that we have $37,000 left over, let's see if we can spend that on a few greenhouses or one big greenhouse. Basically, we need to get a greenhouse in that's going to make us millions of dollars across this whole 10-year period. Well, I don't think this one's going to fit here. And we also don't have enough money. That's a $50,000 one. So that's a pretty good one, I think. Oh, whoa, hey, that actually fits in there pretty good. And that almost looks like what was there. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Maybe it was there? Nah, I doubt that. I highly doubt that. I should probably come into the game and figure out what was there. You know, I actually like this one enough to put it here. Do I got enough money? Yes. I didn't know if I did. I didn't look at that. $20,000 what the cost is. It's overlapping with some sort of object. I don't know what. Maybe it's just too close to one of those lights. Let's put it here. And I tell you what, those lights are just what's really throwing me off. What in the world was here? But hey, $20,000 gone. This is ours. I like this one. It is a modded one. Maybe can get a little too cheaty with them here and there. I don't know. And it works with just water by itself. That's what I like about it so much. Now, of course, water, we're never going to pay for. We're going to get some free water, but we got to figure out a way to get the water up here. Man, I just realized all we got is a skid steer. Jumping into the production here, I do have a way to enable watering, so we will do that. Basically, we just pay for the water that comes up here. I don't like paying for water. I did say we're going to do some free water. Now, there are some other ones in here. Oh, man, do we always got to do seeds? Solid fertilizer? I thought there was ones that were just straight up water, and maybe I'm not liking this one anymore. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, wait, this one is seeds and solid fertilizer. This one is just water. I understand it now. We're good. Let's go ahead and fire them all up that require just water. Now, this greenhouse does do a lot of stuff outside your normal greenhouse items. It does a lot of root crops here, which is actually going to work out pretty good for feeding our pigs, I think. Now, is there anything else like grain crops? I don't know. I'm not seeing that. I'm just seeing root crops in here, unfortunately. I was hoping to see some sort of grain crops. Maybe these sunflowers will play into that area on the pigs. I definitely need to look at feeding the pigs with this stuff before I sell it off. I don't understand how the water's not coming over here. Maybe it's got to roll over the next hour before the water comes over. So at 1300, if there's no water over here, I'm gonna have to get a water trailer and something to transport it. And looking at those little ATV Gator side-by-side things, thinking about that a lot. Ooh, what does this do? Got a little switch, looks like a switch. Move collision up. Come on, I feel like I was about to break something. What the heck was that? Let's lower that, I guess. Move collision down. Okay, I have no idea what that goes to. Y'all help me out in the comments, please. Well, I never realized that's how these greenhouses work. So I know at winter time, it will switch over to an enclosed greenhouse. And I guess underneath it is where that stuff is stored at as far as the game goes. Got this mod here for taking screenshots. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like it. I don't like the way the crops look. Need to wait for them to grow up some. Okie dokie. Looks like we got some green stuff in here now. That is nice. So the water did come over. Looks like 20,000 liters of water came over, and it is dropping fast. I guess 20,000 liter come over every single hour, and I don't know how much I'm being charged for that. I hope it's not a lot. Unfortunately, the stone picker thingy here, worker going away here, they got full again. Now, I don't think they're going to get full on what's left of the field here, but I'm going to have to go make a little trip with this because that whole amount inside there will not fit inside this truck. I was really hoping that worker would pick up and keep going while I drive this in, and they are. That is awesome. I was kind of worried that they wouldn't go anywhere until they were completely empty, but I believe this has got to go all the way into town over at the port. I dumped some stone out previously. A quick update about the channel, series, all this stuff. So this is episode 5. Episode 1 has not came out to everybody yet. It has came out, episode 1, 2, and 3. They have all came out to members only right now. So if y'all didn't know, I do upload these videos, keep to a pretty tight schedule, try to plan ahead, be ahead at least a week. Now I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. I'm ahead a little more than a week, I think. And if you want to see them early, make sure you check out those channel memberships. I believe there is one for 99 cents a month. So that would help out a lot with growing this channel even more and allow me to continue to do this full time. Well, that's not good. That does not seem to be working. I don't know if I just ain't back far enough. It's kind of looking like that. You know, let me pick up the back end and set it over the top of that. Maybe be a little cheaty here with it, but I feel like that is the problem. I'm just not in there far enough. Nope. Oh, wait. Yep, there it is. It says dump. Perfect. Just didn't quite register I was up over that area. Now, I believe that ramp has a liftable portion to it. I don't know if that works or not. I'm not seeing any controls for it, and I'm not seeing a way of driving out of this. So let me just pull this a little bit further this way, and we are good to go. I'm going to try to find those controls, though, see if I can raise that up more. I didn't notice anything, and I also wasn't paying attention to see how much money we made there. But we are up to $15,500. That's looking good. That plowing job's no longer up there in the top right. Started that one last episode. Finally finished with it now. We will complete that, make some money. There was a stone transport job out there for a good paying $11,000. Really short distance, too. I'm trying to get to that, but this stone picking job is taking up so much of my time right now. There is another plowing job out there. I guess we could probably double team it, rent that stuff, all that good stuff, but I don't want to worry about doing that, especially with it starting to get later. I'm not even sure what time it is in the game here. But plowing job right here, looks like we paid $959 to lease that stuff. Says we're going to get $4,900, but we know that's going to go up just a hair. So what was that? Oh, wait, never mind. That's $4,905. That's the exact same thing I said we were going to get. Interesting. I guess it's just pick and choose which ones want to pay you a little more. I don't know what's going on there. A very simple log transporting job here. I can actually see the pickup location on the mini map. It's just barely there, and we'll go ahead and get that completed. $39, all done. That's ours. Now, will this give us more money? That's $10,438. Let's see what we end up getting overall, and that's going to give us $11,078. So yeah, I guess some of them are messed up where they give you the full price without the leasing cost, it seems like, because I know I was supposed to get $11,000 before leasing equipment. Oh man, we might be buying a tractor. Look at that, $17,000. Can I get a front loader attachment for that thing? Yes, I can. Oh man, I think we might need that. We need that big time. Now, of course, I don't have any plans to buy everything through the used market, but hey, it's coming up like in the clutch for a win for us every time around, because that skid steer's pretty nice, but it's flipping a lot. It can't pick too much up. May end up having to sell it off, get us that tractor. It's okay, I guess. Just came over here and finished filling up our chicken pen here with food. There was a big bag previously sitting over here. That didn't fill it up all the way though. That's unfortunate. 105 animals in there. That's pretty nice, and there's going to be more and more, probably all the way up to that 945. I'm most likely not emptying them out. Well, we'll see how much I got to actually feed them. But the reason I bring that up is I was checking on my pallet level over here with the eggs, and that's coming in really nicely. Probably got some good value there. Let's see what our value is across the board, especially with that greenhouse pumping out some products now. Ooh, that is looking real nice with those products coming out. And you know what? I do not see eggs on there anywhere. These are my eggs, right? I sure hope they are. It does not say who owns it, but I think these are my eggs. Not sure. Since we did previously get those sheep, I can't tell if this is going up or not. I really don't know. I should try to find out if there's another spawn point for the wool where I got those new sheep. Yeah, I'm not noticing anything around here. Maybe it's going to take a while for us to get that pallet bumped up a little more. It's all good. Workers all done picking up stones. We got 1,291 liters left over. Let's go ahead and get that loaded up, get it sold off, then complete this contract. Probably call it a day. It's starting to get a little dark. So I've always heard if you want to make a big purchase, this is like real life information. If you want to make a big purchase, wait on it, think about it, let it sit for a couple days or a week or something like that. And I'm thinking about that tractor that's for sale. Now, is that a big purchase on this game? No, not really. And that advice, do I ever listen to it? No, I don't. I impulsively buy all the time. I do not ever listen to it. But for some reason in video games, I somehow can save money, save collectibles, all kinds of different stuff, but I cannot do that in real life. And there we go. Had to hit it with a little to it. Oh, whoa. Okay, hold on. Hey, perfect. On there now. Let's go ahead and sell this off. Maybe we'll sleep on it and see if that tractor's there in the morning, but that's $129. That's looking real good, but this is about to look even better as we complete this. $7,272, what it says there. That's what it gave us. We're up to $35,000. Should I buy that new tractor, or new to us tractor? Possibly. We're going to sleep on it, and that's the end of this episode. Thank you everybody for stopping in and watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope y'all have a great day or night, wherever you're at, and until next time, y'all take care. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. We're here on episode 6, trying to make $10 million there in the top right, 10 years, 10 times speed, all that blah, blah, blah. There's a little intro for y'all. But hey, we got some bees flying here now. So previously the bees were not flying there because of the rain, of course. But hey, they're flying now. I like that. Pretty cool. Guess it really doesn't make a difference if they're actually flying, just a little animation information. It does look like we have some honey coming in, just not as fast as I was hoping for. But that's not the big thing we're going to deal with this episode. This episode is huge. We're actually going to make a very big purchase, I think. Last episode, I did say sleep on those big purchases, and I think we should sleep. And then we'll look at that purchase if it's still available in the morning. It is available right now. Glad it is, because there was an update and everything, and it's been a while since I played. Wasn't sure if it would disappear, but I think I come in here, hit a button, sleep till 8 a.m. I really want to sleep that long? Nah, let's try like 7 a.m. I mean, 10 times speed, it's going to be moving fast. The reason I'm going 7 a.m., that might be a little too late, actually, now that I think about it more. I wasn't sure what month we were in, to be honest with you. I was thinking it was going to be a little lighter later in the day. Oh yeah, we're in November, so it is going to be a little lighter later in the day. Okay, all good, but we don't need the light right now because we're going to the shop. Oh my gosh, it's gone. I am really regretting that decision. Really regretting it. I just got an achievement, Lucky Streak in the world. Something about eggs, I think. Well, looks like we're not getting that tractor. Oh well, I was kind of not looking forward to it anyways because I think it had like 115 horsepower max or something like that. Down to $20,000. Did we lose money there quite a bit? I thought we had like 30 something thousand dollars. We ain't got a loan, do we? No loan, because that's the rules. Like I said, it's been a while since I played. Where in the world did that $15,000 go? I got nothing leased. Did I have 30 something thousand dollars? I thought I did. Okay, looks like we lost quite a bit of money in production cost. Whoa, that is a lot. And as far as productions go, I think all we got is that greenhouse. Now it does say negative $4,166 here, but that's just from midnight until now. So there is also some from like 1,500 yesterday until that midnight point. Yeah, quite a bit of money in that production cost. Oh man, is that paying off? Let's see what productions we have. Looks like there's available ones and then owned ones. Open air garden is all we have. Yeah, that's costing a lot of money. That's probably from the watering. I can definitely see that being the thing. A lot of money spent on watering. I'm not liking that at all. We need to hurry up and get a tractor and something to pull a watering cart with so we can start getting free water. Now, as far as how much money we're making off this product, I guess we could see that right here in the time saving stock check mod. Looking like current values are not up there for anything quite yet. Nothing's over $1,000. There is honey, $3,109. So purchasing that water is really not making us any money, any profit. That's not looking good. I'm not liking that. I should probably turn that off and go buy us some little watering truck or something. I don't know what we could buy for $20,000, but I will look. But before I do look, we're going to get out here on some contracts. $17,000 contract. Harvesting, what is that, corn probably, or sunflowers? I don't know. It says corn right there, okay. Looking nice. Oh, I was only thinking corn or sunflowers because I saw the header. I guess I should just read the actual crop type, right? And then we got another job over here for corn. Maybe we can use that same harvester from up here if we get done early. And then we got another one for corn. Wow. Maybe I should just accept all three of these. Let them run their own course, all that stuff. $1,200 for leasing here. What's this one? $1,599 leasing. Not bad at all. Now then we got these horrible plowing jobs out here, which I will go ahead and borrow the equipment and get this going. We got all day and it should finish before the sun goes down. Ooh, look at that fog out there. That's pretty nice looking. So hooking this up, previously I tried a plowing job. Somebody said the Versatile did not have a 3-point hookup on the back. I guess I didn't notice that, and I really do appreciate the feedback. Thank you so much. Anybody got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, please drop them in there. I am definitely no expert at this game. Yes, I do make content on it, but I'm not that good at the game. I just love making some content, love having fun with it, and I hope y'all are enjoying the videos I put out there. If you are, make sure you hit that like button, please. Well, it is very unfortunate that we missed out on that big sale on that tractor, but we are making it up in some nice contracts here. One thing does worry me. We can see there's hail damage on here. That stuff is turned on and activated. I don't know if I like that. We'll see if we come up short on the actual crop harvest off this corn. I do want to buy this land though, because there's a nice bunker silo on it, but do I really want to spend $110,000 just for that bunker silo? Also, I don't want to buy this land because I found out there's horses on it. So no, I don't want to spend $110,000 on a bunker silo, and no, I don't want no horses to feed. I did show off there's two contracts down here earlier. These two fields, one here, one on the other side of the trees there. Now, I'm not going to actually go ahead and lease equipment for both of them. I'm just going to lease equipment for one of them. I guess this one's a little bit more money, so I'm assuming it's a little bit more bigger on the size of capacities. Now, once this is done here, it will go over to the next field directly behind me, and once the other big one's done, it will go over to the next field directly behind me as well. I think we got enough time there. Main reason I don't want to do that is I don't want too many contracts active at once. I've had some issues with that, and now that I'm thinking about it more, I'm actually thinking about accepting that contract, but just not borrowing the items. Or maybe I should just borrow the items, go ahead and get it over with. So just unloading this corn here, and it just hit me. How in the world is there not a mod for corn on the cob? I don't understand how that's not an option. That would be really cool. If there is a mod out there for that, let me know, please. This might prove to be a little bit of an issue. It seems to be missing some on the edge there. I might have to go back through, touch that up. No big deal there, I don't think. We'll see if it does become a big deal, and hopefully this fence right here has no collisions. I did find out a fence across the field has no collision, so that is awesome. I did say I want to be careful on not accepting too many contracts, but I did leave room to go ahead and do some logging ones while those workers go away on those other fields. Of course, I'm not going to sit around doing nothing. Got to do something, right? Now, this is a pretty easy one, just picking it up over here on the right side of the road, taking it to the left side of the road, and we are done. Easy $11,000 there. Now, I'm thinking maybe I should just keep this equipment and use it because, I mean, it's nice. You got a truck and a trailer, and I think this was the only contract with a truck and a trailer. You know, there's one thing I have not tried yet, selling it off with it completely full like this. Let's go ahead and give that a go. Be on the safe side, let's go ahead and undo the straps, because with the straps undone, that means the logs will just fall to the ground and we will be fine to hit the button again. Hitting that button right now, bam, it all goes away. That is awesome. $39 sold wood. I'm not going to keep that stuff. I'm not going to do any more of those log transporting jobs. I keep thinking about buying some of that equipment and set up a full-time operation. I mean, there's some pretty good ones out there, not too bad. $7,200 could make some good money there, but I'm also staying pretty busy with those workers. And man, that is such a short distance right there. Looks so nice. Any other ones real short? I'm just like, I should do it. I should really do it, but nah, it's all good. We'll go ahead and collect this. What's that saying? $10,438 down there. I think it's going to be more. Yes, it is. $11,078. We're back up there to almost $30,000. Damn, cannot believe how much money we lost sleeping. Second time emptying out this harvester here, and I realized this thing is going along pretty fast. I think I probably could have just done this one contract, borrowing the items, and used this stuff on those other two corn harvest ones. Guess I missed that opportunity. I really thought that 10 times speed would go by a lot faster, and I thought this field would take a lot longer to do. One thing I absolutely cannot forget about is our animals, which maybe I did forget about them, but y'all never know, right? I'm just kidding. I will forget about them every now and then. But 1,330 liters of food in here. We probably need to buy some more. Getting up there, 155 chickens. Let's go check on our sheep and pigs. Those are the ones I'm not looking forward to. Well, the sheep are nice, but the pigs, that was just like, why? Looks like our sheep are down to 1,002 liters of food. And why am I running over to these places? I just realized I can go right through here to the animal tab, and we can see everything in here. Yeah, they're down there pretty good, but hey, meadow grass is 100%. Oh, I absolutely love that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Gosh, that is awesome. Now, here's the problem childs I don't want to deal with. Looks like we got 5 pigs over there, 13 months. I don't know when they mature, all that stuff, when they reproduce. I'm guessing we're waiting for their health to get up to 100% before the reproduction starts, because that's what it looks like on this little screen here. And how do I get their health to 100%? Do I need to get like base food mixed with it or something? I think I do, because currently we're only sitting at a 30% mixture right now. And what in the world is the base food for the pigs? And of course, sheep, amazing, love them. Ain't even gonna have to worry about them. That's plenty of meadow grass, I think. I was really worried about having to buy some grass bells. And then chickens, they're a little pain, but hey, they're coming in pretty nicely. What do we have here? Okay, looks like we got some baby ones coming in and everything. That's pretty nice. Awesome. Eggs are coming in too. It's showing what, 963 liters of eggs sitting somewhere. That's all right. Let's jump in our skid steer, get some stuff moved around, buy that stuff moved around. I'm talking about, let me figure out what kind of pig food I need. We got a worker full tank in the top right there. Let me take care of that first, but we're going to take care of those piggies. It's like the game knew I wanted to do something else that would take up my time. So it's like, hey, let's go ahead and fill up your semi-trailer with grain. That way you got to deliver it and take your time away from the pigs. And you know the worst part about this is that didn't even empty out the whole harvester. So that thing is most likely going to be full before I even get out of the forest here. 51,800 liters of corn here. Let's go get that delivered somewhere on the map. Hopefully we got some left over, because I feel like corn might be a base food for the pigs. Still haven't looked it up yet, so I don't know. I did go ahead and open up the map to figure out where this needs to be delivered, and I may have went the wrong direction because this is not fitting. Maybe it's just my bad driving skills, but I'm going to get through here, or I'm going to back all the way out of here, one of the two. But no, there's only one spot where the corn's being delivered for these two contracts, so that is telling me they're probably going to overlap with each other and cause a little bit of an issue on these deliveries. So let me get out of this forest, get this stuff delivered, and then we're going to have to deliver everything before we can even complete one of the contracts, which is really no big deal to me. Well, this is pretty cool. They got a nice little farmer's market thing over here. I love the way they set this up, built it into the town. That is absolutely awesome. It looks amazing. Okay, I say I love this place over here, the way it's all designed and everything, but it's definitely not designed for big old semis. I'm realizing that. Yeah, no, getting stuck here. Gosh, gotta get back up to the forest because that harvester's already full again. I just looked it up. The base food for the pigs is either corn or sorghum. Let's see if we have any of that stuff. And yes, we should have some besides what's coming off these contracts here. And I don't think we're going to be able to keep any extra off these contracts because they just go in there so fast. But yeah, looking in here to our time-saving stock check mod, I was hoping we'd have some, but I'm not seeing any. I guess we got sunflowers coming in or something like that somewhere. There's potatoes. I know they'd take some potatoes. Gosh, I was really hoping we had some coming in on that greenhouse. this. But no, guess not. Worker is all done over here on 34 harvesting the corn. There are little bits and pieces that got missed here and there, so I'm going to go through, touch it up. Really not much, if really any at all. I might get maybe 10 liters or more, I don't know. The reason I want to do this is just to be on the safe side, because I have seen some of these contracts come up short on their liter counts, so I'm really worried about it. And there we go. Looks like we have enough time to go ahead and get this contract started up and going. Now, of course, I'm not going to borrow the equipment because we have the free equipment. This is the one that's done with the bigger field, and this should go by pretty fast with the huge capacity, large width, all that good stuff. Let's see if we can get it done in time before the nighttime. And speaking of time, I'm out of time here. I really do appreciate y'all stopping in and watching. Thank you so much. Hope y'all have a great day or night wherever you're at. And until next time, y'all take care. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. We're here on episode 7, trying to make that $10 million. And man, it's taking some time, but I do see some rain on the forecast. That is pretty nice. I wish that rain would actually convert into the greenhouse somehow, because we are spending a whole lot of money on water. We really need to get some free water in today. I hope we can get it. I think we can get it. You know, I can probably get it right now, but how are we going to transport that water? That's the real issue. Buying a tractor, buying a trailer, all that stuff. Maybe something will come up on sale. And speaking of the sales, it has been a minute since I've looked at the sales. Let's see if there's anything in there. No, nothing good. Nope, nothing good at all. Come on, really? Well, I mean, there's a nice little mower. That'd be nice, but I don't have a tractor. I really did miss out on buying that tractor, and I should not have slept on it. That was a huge mistake on my part. Oh well, let's get these contracts done. We got a plowing job going. Harvest one on field 34 there is almost done. It will probably be done as soon as I make this delivery of corn. Harvesting on 41 and 42 are both corn ones. We can see 41's at 80%. That means all the product has been harvested, but it all has not been harvested. We'll go look at that in a second after we make this short little delivery here that only has 44% inside it. You know, I realized something. I was kind of complimenting how nice this setup is over here with this farmer's market thing, and then I was saying, hey, it ain't really set up for semis. To be honest with y'all, I've worked in shipping departments and stuff like that, never drove any semi trucks, done goosenecks, stuff like that, but nothing that ever required a CDL. In these docks, in these shipping locations, they are absolutely horrible. So this is actually a pretty nice one if I get back into it. Gosh, this traffic's proven to be an issue, and really traffic is an issue a lot of times for these truckers. So y'all be nice to these truck drivers, okay? It's a very important job. This should finish out this contract here, hopefully. Sometimes they kind of overlap, and yes, it did. It finished it out awesome. But what I mean by overlapping, I got 3 contracts of corn going right now, and they all go to the same place. I've had some conflicting issues there before. Now, the leftovers did go over to field 41 contract. It says 27% transported there. I did not get any money, but at the very end of completing all these contracts, we should get a pretty penny. There's one thing at the very end of this contract I really want to do. Last episode, I found out we need either corn or sorghum to feed the pigs and bump up their efficiency, or whatever you want to call it. And we don't have any corn or sorghum, but we're doing a lot of these corn contracts. Now, normally there's not much left over. Hoping there's some good amounts left over here. Hopefully I can stop it in time. That's the main issue, stopping it fast enough where we don't accidentally sell it all off. We'll see what happens though. Contract over here on this field is done, but there's a lot missed. Not just this little patch right beside us, but there's also a strip down the side of the fence that's missed. So let's go ahead and get that all picked up. Might even get the stuff on the other field that's getting missed as well, because it's all just going together at the end of the day. And this is that little strip I was talking about. We did see a last episode. I was like, come on, do your job right, but they're not doing their job right. And looky there, looks like all the corn harvesting is done. And oh wow, I had 2 cases there. Didn't even realize that. Wasn't paying that close of attention. But driving a corn harvester around makes me think of that movie Son-in-Law. Y'all ever seen that? Smash that like button. If y'all haven't seen it, smash that like button anyways. Great movie though. He jumps in a corn harvester and ends up drawing his name through the cornfield on accident, which is pretty awesome, pretty fun, and I definitely want to give that a try. And I did not realize this trailer was full. Hopefully this pipe is tall enough to fit through the top of our semi-trailer. We'll get the rest of this loaded up into our semi-trailer, take both our vehicles over there, our tractor and semi, get it all sold off. Not all of it though. Let's see if we can keep some. I'm gonna start with this trailer first. I'm gonna empty out those 2 compartments in the front. That little bit in the back, I'm hoping that could be ours to keep. That way I don't accidentally sell it all off too fast. We'll have a little bit kind of separated from rest of it. That looks like the right amount that we could possibly keep. I have no idea. We'll find out in a minute though. I think I might be getting a little bit better at this, not blocking any traffic quite yet. And man, I am definitely missing this turn corner here. Not looking too good, but it's gonna work. It's a game, right? Oh, Oh man, I didn't think about this. Now the real big problem, which one am I selected on? There are 3 different compartments we got to go to, and I don't know which one I'm on. I think I'm on the middle one because that's the last thing I emptied out of this. Let's go ahead and start hitting unload, and no, it's on the front one. Okay, that's all good with me. Now once I hit the switch button, it should go to the middle. Come on. And that's what I'm talking about. It did switch over to the middle. Now that contract for field 41 should be finishing up any second now. Yes, it's all done. Now the extras are going over to field 42, and man, it's really not looking too good. It's not looking good at all. There's 6,293 liters left inside this trailer. Hopefully that is going to be ours to keep. We definitely could use it for the pigs. I don't know why I'm caring about the pigs so much. I should probably just sell them all. I'm really hoping I can stop it fast enough and maybe keep some extras out of this. If there is some extra, come on, please be some extra. Those piggies need some corn. Getting pretty close, pretty close. Come on, come on. Oh, stop it. Oh, no way. We got a lot extra. We're about to steal over 10,000 liters of corn. I like that a lot. Sold off $134 though. Hey, that almost covers that wage payment the last hour. Not quite. Now this is kind of horrible because I got to take 2 trucks up to the farm now, and I don't think we could put all this into the actual pig pen, so that is very unfortunate. I will use the follow me mod probably the first time in a very long time. Hopefully it works out good and the semi can follow nicely through the mountains. Now of course we're not doing any rock crawling, any tight corners or anything like that, just heading up to our farmhouse area. And should I go to our farmhouse area? I don't know. First stop, probably pigs. You know what? First stop, farm. Second stop, pigs, because we might have to store quite a bit of this in our silo. I think if I keep driving straight down this road, it should take us to the pigs. I'm not sure. I'll find them somewhere in there. Nope, I fell in the creek, crack, whatever. Now the thing is, I said our silo. I don't know if we actually have a silo. This might only be hay. There's a few unload options all throughout this thing. I have no idea what all goes in here, and I'm not seeing anything popping up in the bottom right. What is going on? Why is it not telling me? Okay, there we go, right there. It does say the silo is empty. It also says hay loft, used capacity, total capacity, all that stuff's right there. I'm not sure what can go in here, and that's only one unload trigger. I mean, there's another one here. Then I think we have one way up there somehow. Not sure what's going on, how this is working. Wait a second, where are we at? Okay, this is bale and pallet storage over here. I'll try this, see what happens, see if it allows us to put anything in here. And oh, whoa, that's looking pretty good. Look at all that honey. Honey equals money. Then we got farm barn, total capacity 0 of 350. Okay, we got another storage thing over here, I guess. Didn't see that coming. There's storages all over this thing. Hopefully there's a storage for that corn though. But before I do try to put that in there, I'm going to stop that semi from following me because it's going to get a little windy, windy, whatever you want to call it, through here, and use only the tractor for right now, as I really don't think we could put this 7,800 liters in there. I can't remember what the capacity is in the pig food area, but the capacity on all these pens have been absolutely horrible, so I'm assuming this one's going to be absolutely horrible as well. You know, this is one thing I was really not looking forward to about doing a series like this, is the fact that I got to do a bunch of work maybe at nighttime. I don't like doing any nighttime work as far as the viewer having to watch the nighttime work, so I try not to show too much or do too much there. Let's go ahead and dump all the corn in here. Hopefully it's all the corn. Oh my gosh, it barely took any. I should probably just dump it on the ground, do a little force dump here, come over with a bucket or a scoop at a later point. We don't have a bucket or a scoop. I don't know what I'm saying, but I think that would probably work out pretty good, especially if we cannot put any inside that barn. And let's go ahead and take a quick peek into those pigs, see how they're doing here. Yeah, we ain't got much base food in there at all. Oh my gosh, it only took 490 liters. You gotta be kidding me. That is ridiculous. But their health is still going up. I don't know if it's going up more because I just put the base food in there. Possibly. Maybe this percentage here actually works off of their health percentage. No, that doesn't make sense because they would only been at 30% health. I'm not sure how all that worked. Now that I remember it a little better, I think you might have to have over 80% to start producing or reproducing or producing a product. But yeah, we're gonna have to definitely figure something out with this corn, and I really don't want to have to transport it all the way from our barn over here. So let me get this skid steer moved out of the way just in case, and we're gonna drive that semi up here. Definitely not the best thing to try to figure out this with, but we're gonna try to figure it out and hopefully put some inside here. If not, we're gonna dump it on the ground next to the pen. That way I can just go over there with that skid steer in a bucket and fill it up whenever I need to. Ooh, I just remembered there's a shovel mod. I might not even need to go over there with that skid steer. Also, another thing I need to do is make sure I remember to glitch throughout these compartments because I don't know which one I'm selected on. So I'm just kind of pulling up close to them, hitting that U button and trying to switch through them. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work, but it's definitely worth a shot before I I just dump this randomly on the ground somewhere. I could not find any place for that corn to go inside there. Didn't think it'd work. Gave it a go. One thing I'm kind of interested in, can I force dump this on the ground? Because it's going to come right out below me. And I wonder how that's going to work. I've never tried that with this type of trailer. I do feel kind of bad just dumping this out on the ground here, but it should be fine, right? I wonder if it will actually go in there automatically. I don't think it will. I think I got to at least pick it up and then try to put it in there. But that alone is a good amount. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but that's going to be enough for a while at the rate that they eat and how much gets held in there. Let's just get this moved out of the way, give it a go with that semi. Now, of course, I won't be able to put it in a nice position like that with the semi. I'm really just going to try to dump it in the middle of the road, and we got to look at getting some sort of bucket for that skid steer. Come over here, do a little bit of work with it. Yeah, this is going to have to do right here. Let's see if I can figure this out, see if it starts dumping out. Like I said, I don't know what compartment I'm on, so I'm just hitting that switch and unload, force unload, but it's not even unloading. Is force unload even a thing? Oh, wait, there it goes. Okay, it came out. Awesome. Oh, it didn't all come out, so yeah, that is going to be a problem with the whole coming out below me. So not too much of a problem because I was able to drive forward and drive over it, and we're down to 0% here. Now, I don't need to drive these back anywhere. I'm just going to complete the contracts. Got to look good. We got over 10,000 liters of corn sitting here on the ground that we're going to feed to our pigs. They're pigs. They'll eat anything, even if it sits out like this. Probably. I don't know. It's probably not good for it, but we're going to leave it out. Now, let's go ahead and complete our contracts. Looks like the plow one did get done. I was worried I'd have to take over and finish it because it was moving pretty slow there, but good thing it is done. So we'll collect that. I think that's $12,000 something dollars. $15,000 for this top one, $8,000 here, $8,000 here. Yeah, we're going to have a pretty nice payday, but we're about to spend that payday because we still need some water. That water is costing a fortune. We now have $70,000, but we're not going to have that when we wake up in the morning. Let's go ahead and go to sleep, see how much money we have left over, and figure out how we're going to do this free water thing and how we're going to transport the free water thing. Hopefully we've got enough money to buy something. Hopefully something goes on sale. I did check the sales thing before going to sleep. There was nothing good there. Looks like we have some special offers popping up there, but I have no idea what they are. I don't know the names of this stuff. Ooh, man, that trailer's nice. Wish I was in the log and stuff already. Love that trailer. And 12 meters long, that would work out perfect for this map, so it's not too long. Hey, we didn't go down too much money though, because it's saying $67,000 there. Of course, we went down a lot that first night because it was filling up. Not sure if y'all caught it, but it does hold a whole lot of liters of water, and we didn't have to go up that much sleeping over the night. And man, this stuff is coming in pretty slow. I don't know how I'm liking this. I am seeing thousands of liters reading up on some of those things there, so that is looking nice. And then we'll look over here into the values, and they're reading thousands of dollars here and there. Altogether right now, we currently have a value of $22,479 worth of products we can sell off. And where's the wool at? Now that I think about it a little more, wool. I'm not seeing wool in here. Maybe it doesn't count that wool because we don't own that land over there, and I don't even know if wool is being added to that pallet over there. I really need to hurry up and buy this land, or we're wasting time not getting any wool because I don't think this has went up any. Okay, first thing I need to do is get some sort of water supplies. Basically what we're doing is we're getting well water. Now I don't know how easy it is to drill a well all the way on the top of a mountain, and you know what, we have this pond over here. We should honestly just have free water to begin with from that. And I don't know if we can actually drive a trailer into something like that and fill it up, but we're going to go with some sort of well here. I like to use some wells. Pretty nice. I lived out in the country where there was well water and only well water out there. Let me find one I like, and I think I already found it. $1,000. Liking that price a lot, or maybe $2,000 because I'm liking this one a little bit better where it's got that cover. Yeah, we'll just pop this in somewhere. I kind of want it to be a almost direct shot there. Yeah, let's just put it off right here, off to the side here. I kind of like this too. Almost like, hey, we're pumping the water out of this stream here. We'll go free mode, place, $2,000, all done. Now the thing is, I don't know if that's free water. Let's see if there's anything out there we can actually buy, because we need a water trailer and something to pull that water trailer. And $65,000 is not looking promising. I am pretty excited that I have some of these mods in here that are really, really cheap. Old tractors, but old tractors have low horsepower. Low horsepower means it drives pretty slow, but I like the prices and I like them a lot. So I think that is what we're going to have to go with. Got this case here. We've been using a lot of case recently. There's case harvesters and all that stuff. I really have no rule of what I'm going to use, no preferences. I think I'm more of a John Deere person, but it's all good. Right now, I'm more of a cheap person, whatever is cheaper. And it is looking like that case is the cheapest small tractor I could find. Hopefully this works. Hopefully it pulls a trailer. Let me get the shop delivery set up over there and start buying a few things. Here's what I'm going to go with right here. This International, I thought it was showing as a case. Oh, yeah, there it goes right there. This case up there, obviously international. I was just wondering why I wasn't saying case on the side, but it's all good. Same thing, right? And then we got the front weight attachment I'm gonna put on it. Wide tires as well. Now, the wide tires don't cost any extra, but the front weight does. So that's gonna cost us $6,100. That's gonna be ours. Good to go. Let's get something for transporting water. Here is the one I'm gonna go with right here. As y'all may be able to tell, it does have an unreal capacity. I can't remember if I said anything about no unreal capacities or not on this series. I do know I said no loans and no leasing, but as far as unreal capacity, I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't even know if we're going to be using this unreal capacity. $12,000 for this thing. I almost went with the case red color, but that just makes me think of fuel. So I was like, no, let's not do that. Oh my gosh, that's shiny. Talking about that big old bald head up there. So I am losing hair every now and then, or with age, I'm losing hair on the top of my head, and my kids make fun of me for that. So I just thought I'd go with this little character look. No, my head does not look like that, but it may look like that one day. Honestly, I don't know if I'll ever do a haircut like that. I want to, though, just for the fun of it. And here's the real $1,000,000 question. Is this water free, and why is it not going in here? Come on. I'm trying to open the top. Is that not opening? Oh, wait, maybe I don't need to open. Maybe I just need to hit R and it starts filling. No, it's not filling. What in the world's going on here? Oh my gosh, this doesn't work. What did I do wrong? Looks like it's a spreader too, a sprayer of some sort. Customize. Yeah, there's no other options in here. I was just saying it looks like a sprayer because of this back part right here. Looks like water could spray out of it like you're spraying fertilizer or just water in a field or something along those lines. Series over with. I may have just died. Yes, my character is still in there. I am definitely dead. No, but series not over. I'm gonna fix this. I guess it does not handle corners very well. Not well at all. I cannot seem to get this to work, so I'll just go ahead and use the easy dev mod, fill this thing up with water. Don't know what's going on. I cannot figure out how to get the top of that open. I know that is usually an issue sometimes. We'll put 200,000 liters of water in there. Now, there was another plan I had. The idea was to just put a well in the middle of the greenhouse and then use the easy dev mod to just keep filling up that greenhouse with water, basically saying, hey, I'm using a water hose and we're good to go. So free water is definitely something that's happening. I don't know if that mod right there does provide free water. I usually try to figure that out by filling something up. But then again, I also have the option to come in here and unload water into this point somehow with this. I don't know. We have free water now. That's the main thing. And that's it. Thank you everybody for stopping in and watching. Really do appreciate it. Hope y'all have a great day or night wherever you're at. And until next time, y'all take care. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. We're here on episode 8 in the month of December. Hey, looky here. We got us a nice water tank. That is absolutely awesome. Free water is now going. I guess we did have kind of an issue with our water system over there, our little well. I might change that out for a different one, and I might just get one that automatically distributes over. But of course, that automatic distribution is going to cost us a little bit of money, but not as much as that water was costing us. That was absolutely ridiculous. Now, speaking of that water, let's turn it off before I forget. We'll just come in here to our greenhouse, disable watering. That is a mod. Couldn't remember if it was a mod or a base game. Me and Farm Sim Universe were talking about that in the chat. But yeah, it was a ridiculous price, but I understand why it was so much the first night, because it was just filling up. That is totally understandable. Now, we'll figure something out here a little bit later on, but I did notice I don't have some of my information showing up here. Let me come back in here and turn it on. Just used to seeing some of this stuff show up. I turn it off though for thumbnails. Now, let's see if there's any contracts out there worth doing. It is December, so like, is there really going to be anything out there? I'm not sure. Probably some plowing jobs. Hey, speaking of plowing jobs, there we go. We got some plowing jobs in there, and those plows are absolutely horrendous, horrible. I don't know if I've ever said the word horrendous until now, but they are just completely horrible. This field 34 is directly in front of me. Let's go over there, borrow the equipment, but I think I'm going to buy a plow. I mean, $47,000. I got to have enough money for a plow, right? At least I think I do. Let's see if I can buy that plow first. I mean, it's not going to be cheaty. Well, I don't know what you consider cheaty, but I'm not going to go super big like this 26 meters or this 22 meter. I'm going to go to this one right here. That's a 6 to 12 meter. I'm going to go 12 meter. That's going to be our plow to keep. $21,000. We will buy that. I don't know. Is that really cheaty? I mean, is there not plows out there that is that wide? Thought there was. Maybe there's not, but holy cow, 340 horsepower requirement. I don't know if I like that. That is absolutely crazy. I might need to make it a little bit smaller. I don't know what this tractor is going to be packing as far as horsepower. Let's borrow the items. We're not going to use their plow. We're going to use our brand new plow here, and we're going to do one contract at a time. Of course, this plow over here is pretty big, ain't it? I thought it was a good size. I mean, it requires 360 horsepower, and it's only 6 meters wide. So maybe I should max out at 6 meters. Yeah, I feel a little bad. Let's do that real quick. That way it's not cheaty. I just don't like the whole turnaround part where it flips and everything. So we will customize this. Go ahead and bump it down to 6 meters. Not too bad, I don't think. And I mean, driving around the map with a big old plow like that's going to cause me problems anyways. It does fold up, but of course it's going to stick up really high. So there we go. I believe 6 meters is the largest plow I've seen out there. Let me know what y'all think about the whole 6 meter, 12 meter thing. I believe there was a size in between, and then I'll go from there. 6 meters ain't too bad for right now. I could possibly buy a few of these as well, but I think I'm actually just going to knock these contracts out myself, possibly. I don't know how I feel about that, and I done answered that for myself. I'm actually not going to knock them out myself. I'm going to go ahead and start up the other plowing job with the plowing equipment it gives me, and then of course once this one finishes over here, we'll get it over to the other job. With it being early in the morning, I could have used their actual plows and just let them do their thing, run their course, work, you know, all that good stuff. As far as the AI and the workers, they would have been fine. I think they would have finished before midnight, I think. But of course, these plowing jobs are going to be some big money, and they take so long with these base game plows. But as far as us actually sticking with 6 meters, we'll actually go faster still because of the plow choice. We're not having to flip it each time on each up down like the AI is going to do. Now I'm going to have to go ahead and feed the chickens. They are getting a little low on their food. Is there any other options in here? What do we got? 1,000 liters for $1,500 or 600 liters for $600. So obviously that is the better deal. It is a mod. I don't think it's too cheaty at all, if any. And are these bags I tried to pick up the first time? Because I don't think I could pick up 2. This might be the whole stuff with 1, but I'm gonna buy 2 of them right now. That's gonna put us at 1,200 liters, and that's not all gonna go into the pen because I believe the pen was only 2,000 liters. That's absolutely crazy, and it's kind of crazy to think about it more how this skid steer cannot pick up both those bags, unless it was a different bag I was running last time, but I'm pretty sure it was this one. Yeah, no, it was definitely these bags. That is just ridiculous. I don't understand how that cannot be picked up. I was even trying to pick up closer to the skid steer itself instead of further out on the forks like this, because obviously further out on the forks is going to make it tip more. But no, it just is ridiculous how it's not working. So we'll just go with one of them for right now. And of course that's causing a little bit of an issue because how far I have it out on the fork, but I'll get it over there and we'll get those chickens fed. Oh wow, that actually took all of it. I guess I did my math wrong there. I definitely did my math wrong there because I only bought 1,200 liters and the thing holds 2,000 liters. Yeah, no, did my math wrong. But that's cool. That gives us opportunity to try something that I wanted to try, but I was going to kind of waste some money trying this. Oh well, let's give it a go though. So I want to actually buy the regular big bags, the base game ones. Maybe they just weigh less possibly, so we'll buy 2. Let's see if I can pick up 2 of them. $3,000 for both those. Of course there will be a little delivery fee tacked on in the top right. Where is it? There it is, $76. Man, I think I might start going down to the store to save a little bit of money there. Yeah, no, those are still pretty heavy. Those are still pretty darn heavy. Okay, not working. Maybe this skid steer wasn't a good idea, because if it's having this much trouble with this, I wonder how much trouble it's going to have once I buy the bucket and we start moving some of that pig feed into the pig feed area. Of course it's not actual called pig food. I forgot what it was. I think it's corn. Yeah, once we start loading some of that corn into the pig food with the bucket, can we even pick it up? I have no idea. But of course we won't have to pick it up this high. I do know that. We could switch over to pallets instead of using big bags, but I've been using those big bags because they are a little bit cheaper in that modded version. Now that we got the chickens taken care of, let's take care of our other animals. If y'all remember correctly, the sheep should be fine. Let's take care of those pigs. Not sure where they're at on their food levels, but I know we probably need to scoop some into there. Looking at the buckets, I guess there is a Bobcat one over here that's cheaper, $700, 1,700 liters. What is this one? 1284 as far as liters. 612 kilograms on the weight. This is 355 kilograms. Gosh, what is this made out of? Aluminum or something? Because it's pretty light compared to this one over here, and it's also a lot cheaper. I'm going with it. Not gonna complain. I'm gonna take it. Plus I like how nice and dark it is. It's actually a black color compared to the other ones. What are they, like a gray color? Oh, we can change the color. Oh well, who cares? I'm already committed to this, so I'm sure this one's definitely gonna work out a lot better. Let's get our forks put away, hook up our bucket, go see our piggies and get them fed, and then eventually they will feed us. Well, I don't think it works like that. Not on this game at least. So 11 miles an hour, it's really not too bad, but the real question is, can I drive up a mountain? And oh wait, there's a road right here? Holy cow, that is not on the map. This this is a road, right? I do not see this anywhere on the map. I see the stream on the map. I was actually planning on just driving up the stream, but this kind of looks like a road. No, I don't think it is, but it's going to be a road for us right now. This might get us to the pigs a little bit faster because this road right up here is where the front of the pigs are instead of me having to go around the back of it. And yeah, this definitely was some sort of road. Oh man, that is crazy. I like it. I'm glad it's there because that just saved me some time. Here is all our corn laying on the ground. I believe it's corn if I remember correctly. And I don't know if it actually went in there automatically. I have not checked the food level over here. Probably should have checked that before I wasted my time driving over here. But here's the update on the sheep. They got grass, which is 100%. Then of course they got meadow grass, which is amazingly 100% as well. I love that. Now, as far as pigs go, looks like we could put just a little bit more food in there. So I guess the base food's not going in there automatically. Yeah, there's just a little bit of room there for us to dump some of this. No big deal. Let's get it taken care of. May sit here till the end of the night or just sit here as long as possible so I don't have to keep driving back and forth. Now, as far as feeding those chickens, I did take the big bags over there to the actual chickens. They'll be able to just get filled up really easily and fast. No issue there for us. Oh, no. Don't dump out over there on that side. Gosh, dang, I'm gonna have to get a shovel. Hey, it's full though. Let's just leave this here, go check on our workers, see how they're doing. I think I might take over for one of the workers, get that job done a little bit faster because that's all we got to do this month and for the rest of this year. I do want to buy something though. I want to finish out this year one buying something pretty nice. All right, change of plans. Maybe I don't need to buy something really nice. I kind of forgot we had this tractor, even though I came into the game on this tractor. So the thing I was really wanting to buy that was pretty nice was a Gator or ATV type thing where I could load up like 1 or 2 pallets and run them into town. But with a tractor like this, we can get a trailer, load up the trailer and run some into town because I do want to get a sell off today. I don't think we have sold anything that was ours this whole entire series, this whole year. Let's at least try to sell something that is ours that we made in year one. It's kind of a bummer. I was wanting this $2,500 trailer here, but just imagine trying to load and unload this with a skid steer. It's not going to happen with these rails on the side, so we're not going to get this. It does have universal auto load built into it. Of course, I could use that, but I still want it to be somewhat realistic as far as loading. I will use universal auto load or auto load in general as long as I do have a way of loading stuff. So we're going to switch over to something like this. Go ahead and change it down to a bell trailer, or is there another option? Bell trailer auto load. Okay, we just need a regular bell trailer, not bell trailer auto load. Then of course, buy it, $6,000. That's going to be ours. We'll use the auto load on it. $153 delivery cost. We have a nice tractor here to pull that. I was going to be very specific on what I sell off, but I think I'm just going to sell it all off. Yeah, let's just load it all up that's coming out of this greenhouse and just sell. We could definitely use the money. You know, maybe universal auto load's not the best idea because obviously looking at that, it's not loading up that good. I could definitely fit more on there myself, but the amount of time I'd probably spend loading it up myself could probably take way too long. Now, looking into the time-saving stock check mod, this stuff delivers at all kinds of different locations as far as its best sell price goes. I was thinking about selling only peas and only carrots, and I may end up still sticking with that because they are the only two that's showing in the bright green as far as best value, and then we could just save the rest of it for a later point. But then looking at it, it's like, man, that is really not much money at all. So it's like, hey, let's just run it all somewhere, and if I could pick one of these spots, looks like we got Farmers Market, Sunnyside Cafe. Those two are popping out at me the most as far as the best sell stations across the board. So let's go ahead and run it to the closest one. Coming up to the intersection, I got two options here. Turn left, go to the Farmers Market, turn right, go to the cafe. And I'm going to turn left to go to the Farmers Market because I believe as we add products to that Farmers Market, it actually updates on the inside, and I want to see that. Now we'll just drive right over the top of this. Of course, this is going a lot easier, a lot smoother than previously. And oh, hold on, what's going on there? Only $253 in sold products? Does it all not go here? Okay. It might not. Interesting. I'll load it back up, see if anything else starts selling off. Nope. Looks like only one of those pallets went there. That's very interesting. And we did not get any little boost to the income from the precision farming score. And what in the world did I just put in here? Maybe that right there? That looks like some potatoes. Okay. And I see some over there on that part as well. And then some over here. Okay. That is pretty cool. I like that a lot. Yeah. Let's see if we get that stocked up. But I guess this other stuff does not go there. So we'll just run it down to the cafe, see if they take it. If they don't take it all, then I got to find another place. We're gonna have to make multiple stops each time around. Oh, wait a second, hold on. Is this it right here? Now this looks like some unload trigger of some sort. Maybe this is it. Let's just try to unload it all right here, possibly. Oh, hey, there it goes right there. $1,686 in sold products. They took it. That is awesome. Okay, did it all go in here? I'm assuming it did. Yes. Hey, we got carrots in here. We got some other stuff like mushrooms, potatoes, and I think it updated each little stall area. Now, over time, does that stuff go away? I have no idea. We'll see what happens, though, if I remember to check it. Now, of course, a way to avoid me from having to run back and forth over and over again, just turn on that automatic sell, and I do plan on doing that at a later point once we have a bigger operation where I don't have the time to do this. But right now, I got two options. I could be running this product back and forth selling it, or I could be out there plowing a field. Might as well just go ahead and run this product selling it. Either way, I guess I'd be losing money somewhere, because right now I'm losing money hiring a worker. If I was to sell the products off automatically, I'd lose money with the distribution costs. I don't know. I just don't want to drive up and down the field plowing right now, okay? I want to drive around selling some products. Heck yeah, let's get it done. Let's make that money. We're making our first sale at the end of year one. That's what I'm talking about. Currently, I'm inside the auto load settings for that trailer, and I feel like there should be something or some way we can make all those load up better than they are. I don't know. I've never played with this. I'm going to play with it a little bit, see if I get those loaded more efficiently side by side instead of just straight down the middle. I will have to do a little more research. I couldn't quite figure it out. Y'all help me out in the comments, please, if y'all know. One of our plowing jobs is done. Let me get that over to the other field that's currently running so they can get that done before sundown. Now that I know where I need to go, let's go past that little sell point area or unload point area. We'll jump over to this one right here. Just undo those straps, and it should be done once I undo those straps. And yes, it is $2,117 right there. We did get a variety of different products in that time, so the inside should be filling up more and more as far as looking brighter and brighter, I think. Okay, yeah, looks like we got some strawberries and some tomatoes in there on that mix. That is pretty cool. I wonder what all needs to go in there. I'm really not sure. That cow doesn't have a head. Yeah, that is definitely happening. Okay, I'm really starting to hate this because I load up, I deliver, I come back, and it's full again. And I was thinking on the drive back, I don't know if there's any way I can actually keep this empty if I run the product to the sell point every single month of myself. There's just so much out there, and looks like we got a worker blocked. Got two of them over there trying to plow right now. But for right now, let's go ahead and change these products over to selling in this greenhouse, and they will just sell off automatically every hour. None of these products in here I'm going to be using anytime soon for the pigs, so I'm not too worried about that. This is going to take me a minute. Go down here, switch sell. I guess if I want them not to spawn out, I would need to go ahead and put them on distributing, and then I come in here and pick and choose, I believe. Possibly, I don't know. That might have been a mod in 22 that is not available on 25 quite yet, because I would love to be able to just kind of pick and choose which ones I want to check out and even check out partial pallet. But I don't think that's an option on 25. If I really do want to pick and choose which ones to check out full pallet wise, I guess I could come in here and switch it back to storing. But all those that are inside the greenhouse, not sitting here on the ground, they will be sold off at the next hour, which is like 15 minutes away or something like that. Well, I mean, 10 times speed, it's really not going to take 15 minutes, but 15 minutes in game, y'all get what I'm saying. Man, there's going to be like, what, one pallet left over right here? No, two pallets left over. I think I'm going to have to like manually load those up. I do not want to make that trip myself. Yeah, let me load those up real quick. Well, look at that. All done there. Contract finished. Last load going in here, and this is very, very top heavy. I almost flipped over like 2 or 3 times. I'm surprised I hadn't flipped yet. We will be getting all this sold off, getting those 2 contracts completed, see what our total is, finish out the year, and see if we could finish out the other 9 years to go along with it. Now, of course, with this being year 1, it was short. I understand that, from August to the end of the year. The way the statistics track in the game, they are counting this as year 1. It will roll over after December into January. I'm not too worried about that. I think we'll get this goal accomplished way before 10 years. I really do think that. I'm not sure. I've never done it. I'm just experimenting with it and having fun. Hopefully y'all are following along, trying it yourself. Really not following along. I hope y'all are passing me up, because I got a good feeling y'all get way ahead of me with the limited amount of time that I actually play. So almost all that sold off. Come on. Whoa, what's going on? Why is that not taking that? But that little bit that did sell off, $1,896. Can I load this up somehow? Well, I can do that. Now can I unstrap it? Oh, that does not seem to be going in there. I'm not liking that. Maybe if I back up into it, possibly. Come on. Is there just a limit on how much we can actually put in there? I think so, possibly. This is spinach and peas. I'm guessing there's a limit. Might have hit the limit. I can take it over to the cafe, but let me get those contracts completed first, see how much money we make off that. Now, new contracts could have came in throughout the day and easily could have done these login ones as well instead of transporting our products. But I wasn't going to worry about that. This one right here, $18,809. Good payday. $10,339 right there. Heck yeah. We did buy a plow though, so I think we spent like $21,000 or somewhere around there. there or a plow, but we still made a profit. A general overall profit happened today, and oh, whoa, those go in here. Okay, I guess that might be the issue right there. That was $1,342 in sold products. We're up there to almost $60,000. That is absolutely amazing. Now, of course, we did roll over the hour. I didn't catch that actual sell for all the products that was in there. I missed that, unfortunately. That number could have went up a lot there, or it could have barely went up at all. I don't know. Let's get this back to the farm. Let's get to sleep. I'll see y'all next episode, which is going to be next year. Hope y'all enjoyed this year one. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Hope y'all have a great day or night wherever you're at. And until next time, y'all take care.